and you guys should be able to see me. Hello? Alright, everybody refresh if you can hear my voice. You'll get video too, yay! Alright. I'm refreshing.
I'm
right
gonna
now.
just mute my mic while I start stuff while you cast at you.
Sure. I'm just making sure we're online. There's still no picture. There we go. Wonderful. There's picture and everything. Hello, guys. This is a check to make sure you can hear me. If you can, type something in chat to the effect. So we do have Axlav going here for 2 Twilight Council opening, as well as 2 Stargates. Where's 2 Stargates? There we go. Bam. Oh wait. I thought he had 2 Phoenix in production. Oh, was it hallucination? No. Where are his Stargates, you bastard? Oh, there we go. Behind his main mineral line. So, he's going to Stargate. We have 4 bases up here for Goso User. I'm sorry about that brief. Twitch was having a problem with us, BNet was having a problem with us, Exploit was screwing up, so I will be casting this while Rifkin is getting things sorted out. We do have 17 more drones in production here for Goso User. It's going to put him near the 90 mark. He has opened mutas, so these Phoenix are as a response. Pathogen glands is being researched at the moment, as well as carapace, that is not pneumatized carapace, that is flyers. So he's going to go ahead and start getting the armor upgrades there that'll eventually help with his broodlords. As this map, Metropolis, it's relatively easy for both players to secure this 5th base. The biggest hurdle to get over as Protoss is trying to secure your 4th. Once you get your 4th, the 5th is rather easy. For Zerg, it's very easy to expand, regardless of which... Let's see, turn the game sound down a little bit. There we go, wonderful. So these Phoenix are actually going to pick off a couple overlords here. And he was not made aware of this, Gosu User was not. So, in addition, they do additional damage versus light, and Gosu User are actually going to lose a fair amount of users here in the process. Fortunately for him, though, he was able to get a couple fungal growths going down. Picking up an Infestor might actually kill it. It does have enough energy for fungal growth, so now there are 2 left for Gosu User. Sniping an Overlord as well, so... There haven't been really many engages at this point so far in the game. So, let's see. We do have... I can only hear Panda. Yeah. Rift King is not in the game. He has muted his mic to go fix out some issues. We do have a Void Ray on the way, as well as ship attacks. So this is kind of interesting. This is something I think Axlav kind of leans towards stylistically in his eventual compositions. We do have 500 minerals here, so it looks like he might plant down that Nexus. There we go. Bam. And as well, we do have a 5th coming down from Ghost User. So Protoss Shields level 1. These obviously will help a little bit with that, with the regen on Void Rays, Carriers, Mothership, whatever, etc. As well as Archons. A lot. We do have 2 Spires, I guess plus 2 attacks is being researched now, as well as the Greater Spire being morphed after the Hive has completed. 3 Spines there in defensive location over there in the main base. A Queen almost going down, but it takes forever to Phoenix to kill that Queen without the help of a Void Ray. So we do have 2 Void Rays in production at a time, as well as Interceptors, or no, Graviton Catapult. Increases the speed at which Interceptors are created. Of course, they cost minerals. And, let's see. Gosu User, he's really just kind of setting up a defensive location. Now that he's on 5 base, eventually he's going to be on 10 gas. And does he have a macro hatchery at this point? No. I guess this is also something that Gosu User does. Actually kind of interested to see why he would delay it this long, but with that 5th base going up, his priority right now is just to get these additional guys saturated. We do have level 2 shields on the way for Axlav, as well as plus 3 attacks and plus 2 carapace for flyers. Melee upgrades not following too far behind. We have plus 3 as well as plus 2 armor on the way. And this is looking to gear up to the late game. So this is still game 2, I believe. There is a look at Axelav's army after the Mothership does pop on the field. And 4 additional Broodlords being morphed in. Let's take a look at the unit counts right now. 9 Infestors, 5 Broodlords, will soon be 9 against Axelav's 3 Phoenix, 4 Void Rays, a couple Zealots. Eventually those will probably be sacked to pressure a little bit of like outlying expansion, stuff like that. But look at this wall here. We have 7 Spine Crawlers going up as well as a Spore Crawler. So he is looking to defend that going forward. We have 2 additional Stargates on the way. That'll put him up to a total of 5, as well as the Templar Archives going down. Do have a little bit of a Ling run by coming in here to the 4th base. Fortunately, the entire army and all the cannons are there from Axelav. This Zealot is holding positioned correctly this time, so with these Voids, he will definitely be able to clean up those Zerglings. This is also to free up the supply, guys. If you could take out that Forge with it, hey, great, you know what? I traded cost effectively. If not, it's not the worst thing in the world. We do have a Phoenix out here on the map, just patrolling around, making sure he spots enemy army movement, if it does indeed come into his base. What's the spine count at right now in the middle? We have what looks like 6 more on the way, as well as 10 already completed there in the middle of the map. It's game 3, alright, yeah, that's what we assumed. I thought it may have been game 2, but it's very, very strange to see a Protoss pick a map like Metropolis. Let's see. I have a fair amount of Zealots coming down here, playing macro. I wonder if he's going to try and sacrifice these. Guardian Shield is great, but these sentries are really not something you want to have in your army composition as it approaches late game. He's going to be able to trade relatively cost effectively as long as he doesn't get those sentries bungled, but oh, the Broodlord army is in position and he is just going right through all of those gateway units. We do have a Warp Prism in production right now. Gravatic Drive has not yet been researched. Where's the robotics bay? Oh, he doesn't have one on the field, that would be why. Can't upgrade robotics units if you don't have a robotics bay, so let's see. Meanwhile, we do have Psystorm being researched. Feedbacks will prove invaluable. This Void Ray Harass over here in the main, I don't know. Oh man, these are all clumped up and they're just going to continue to get funkled down. Oh nice, Master Recall there on the Void Rays. Unfortunately, he does lose 100 energy on the Mothership, but you know what? It's definitely worth not losing. How many Void Rays did he have there? 11 Void Rays in the process. Another Stalker making its way forward, trying to pick off, I don't even know, taking a couple pot shots at some of those infestors there. We do have +3 flyer attacks on the way here for Zerg, as well as 5 carriers in production at once for our Protoss player. Let's see. By the way, Rifkin, if you were listening to this, it seems like I am able to stream again because I'm not lagging at all. I don't know if it was just restarting the Battle.net client or what, but let's see. We do have another hive in production. Whoa. That hive was taken out. I'm sorry, I missed that. Oh, the War Prism are actually going over here to clean up this creep tumor and establish this base. Interesting. He's actually going for both, it seems like. Picking off that Overseer, I wouldn't be surprised to see an Observer coming out. Nope, that's a Phoenix. There's the Observer, making its way over there. Alright, so it was really, really good by Ghost User to have a second layer in production so he could immediately start researching that hive again. Because despite the fact that he doesn't have, I mean, he already has most of the tech he's going to want, he didn't have an Ultralisk Cavern, and always like late game upgrades are something that you want if you eventually have the gas to go for like that +3 missile attacks for the Infested Terran. It's always good to be able to research that, to have something to spend your bank in. So Axelav is looking to go to max out on this carrier tech, and I don't know. He has a pretty big army at this point. If he can make the Vortex work, and try and single out some of those Broodlords, some of those Corruptors, he's going to be in a good spot. The one thing he does have to be careful about is that his feedbacks are on point. If that Mothership gets knurled and he loses both Vortex, it's going to be very, very difficult for him to take an engagement. We do have a single Spore Crawler trying to get here to defend against this Void Ray mass, but it doesn't look like it will be enough. A couple of Infestors will immediately fall. I really like this harassment here by Axelav. This is very, very well done. Immediately mass recalling units as soon as they do the required damage, pick off some tech, and very nice observer positioning here throughout the map. He's able to see. Let's take a look at Axelav's vision right now, actually. Yeah, so I mean, look how much map vision he has. Obviously he doesn't have creep to his advantage, but his opponent's actually moving out on the map right now, and he has 15 Broodlords, 11 Corruptors, and 11 Infestors, as well as 4 queens forward with the army. Actually, it just looks like 2 for a couple of transfuses there. It looks like he has enough for 6. And Axlev, I don't know if he's going to try and buy some more time. It seems like he just wants to get the engage on his terms. He's maxed right now, and he doesn't really have all that much supply spent in gateway units. No, he has actually no gateway units on the field right now. A couple High Templar for feedback for a couple storms, but aside from that, not much at all. It looks like Axlev is actually going to go for a base trade. This is rather interesting. What level is this? Alright, so he's just now researching air armor level 1. So definitely the upgrade advantage is going to go to Goso user here by far. He has 3-3 for those, or 2-3 for those broodlings, sorry, and 3-3 for his air. Meanwhile, we do have Axlev taking out this base over here. Not losing many interceptors in the process, only making one more. On a 4K bank, he's not going to be able to use his gateways to much effect, but he certainly has enough starports to sink that supply into further carrier production. I don't really know how Axel's going to try and secure this game. He does still have the mothership back home with a couple more of his units. So I think he's just waiting for his worker supply to get sacked so he can continue to produce Void Rays, to continue to produce carriers. But this has been a very interesting game so far. I really like Axel's PvZ play. It's a matchup I think he's confident in as well. Although for a while there he said his favorite matchup was PvP. Imagine one fungal going down in his units right now. He has to be careful as he approaches the main base, as the infestors are here. A lot of fungal energy there. Alright, so it looks like Gosa user is moving back the infestor train as well as the rest of his air units. Oh, here come the infestors though. Axlev has to scout this and recall. A lot of infested Terran going down there. This is something he wants to eventually do. Yeah, and immediately mass recalls. If we take a look at the economy right now, I think Axlev got the better end of that. A lot of probes are drones are dead here for Gosa users, so that does mean that his army is going to be a lot larger. If we take a look at right now, Gosa user is about 30 for max, and he still has a little bit of an army supply lead on his opponent. He has additional corruptors in production, but it's really going to come down to those vortex. I think he actually only has enough energy for one now. Yeah, one following that mass recall. And a couple corruptors coming in here for Gosa user. Looks like he wants to engage. He really needs to spread these units out right now, though, before he engages. If they're clumped like that, could spell the end very, very quickly. Moving forward here, oh, a lot of storms go down on those broodlords, and a couple of them are peppered quite low. Axlev keeping most of his forces alive and away from fungal growth, which is something that, as long as he can continue to do that, he has this no problem, but he's getting really clumped up. A huge fungal lands on all the Void Rays there. Feedback's going down on a lot of infestors, but he's losing a lot of Void Rays in the process. Ooh. Hopefully I'm not lagging the game too much. And that mothership is actually getting target fired down by the corruptors, but there's absolutely no broodlord support left here for Goso user, and it looks like Axlev is in a dominating position to take this game. Vortex goes down and gets quite a few corruptors in that mix. What do we have here? Take a look at the units count right now. 5 carriers, 15 Void Rays, 2 Phoenix, a Warp Prism, Mothership. And keep in mind that he is gas mining off of these bases. He even has a lot of probes here. And establish these mining bases as for mineral income as well. So right now, Axlev just kind of taking a chill pill back in the his old main base. Looks like this third base will go down to the infested Terran though, at least picking up the cannons. Quite a few seconds left on the infested Terran though, so should be okay with that. But yeah, this is what that shields upgrade does. He has +3 shields. Look how fast they regen. So I actually really like the style from Axlev. It definitely makes for a quite exciting game too. Let me go ahead and actually update the scoreboard and chats to reflect the current score. It is 1-1 right now. 2 more infestors on the way, but if we take a look at the income, Ghost User is really sitting at 37 drones, which is good because he needs to win against this huge army. But, oh wow, he's going for ultras. This is either going to work brilliantly or fail miserably. Ultras against Mass Void Ray really fall fast. If he can get fungals enough to take out those air units, he's going to be in a good space for this. Yeah, I guess he's just looking for them to try and survive, but he's not even able to look how fast they fall. He's not even able to take out any Eye Templar. And as the Spinecrawler wall moves up, he's still... I don't know, his army count is... His army composition is kind of poor at this point. 12 Infestors, 19 Corruptors, a single Broodlord out on the map. He does have 2 Queens, most likely for injects though. He has a couple Spore Crawlers going down here at this 5th base. Something he will have on Axelav is that he will mine out slower, as Axelav has had these bases for a little bit longer now. We do have +3 ground armor on the way. And a Hydraless Den now coming down for Ghost User. I don't know how well Hydras will fare. Interceptors kind of tear them up. So he needs to be really careful. Sorry, yawn there. We do, let's see, how many High Templar are on the field? 6 High Templar with full energy. That's enough theoretically to EMP all of these infestors, but the ability to be able to feed back all of these infestors without them getting fungal growth a single time is very difficult in practice. So Axelav is pushing forward here, very clumped units, but he does have his mothership back. What does that mean? He can mass recall again. A lot of Protoss are having trouble in this map, or in this matchup late game, and if you guys are struggling, I think that this is definitely a viable strategy, as Axelav has shown us so far. Unfortunately, game 1, he just wasn't able to get that composition up in place, because his economy was taking load of hits. But we do have a little Zealot hit squad hitting this 5th base again here for Ghost User. These island bases have really kind of saved Axelav. I don't think the game would have gone the way it did if he didn't secure that additional income. I mean, look at his bank right now. That's a Protoss with a ridiculous bank, and the Zerg isn't even maxed, and yet he's still sitting at less than 100 gas. Not a position you want to be. So we do have, where are the units from Ghost User? Here. Oh, they're cleaning up the 5th base, the Zealots. So he's advancing, he's taking out so much creep. Still that one Phoenix alive, making a name for itself. How many infestors do we have on the field right now? 15 infestors, with a fair amount of energy. So at this point, Ghost User is just trying to sacrifice a bunch of his, or I guess try and install at least, to get out a couple more Hydras. Unfortunately, he doesn't have missile upgrades. He only has +1. Pretty nice fungal going down there on all the carriers. The mothership is with the army right now, so he is really looking to Vortex. There is absolutely no reset button. He cannot mass recall anymore, and that is not a lot of Corruptors to deal with those Void Rays. So unless he gets a couple fungals, unless he gets mass infested Terran spawning after the Vortex have already been depleted, Axelav's looking in a really good position. But again, it's all going to come down to this one fight. Ghost User doesn't just want to engage someplace, he wants to engage where it's on his side, and he's able to kind of pick off a couple of Void Rays there. A lot are going down, but they're the 2 Vortexes, and all the Infestors. He does have 5 more with energy, but feedback's going off, picking them off, and actually a lot of infested Terrans spawning. That Storm peppered his own units a little bit, nearly killing that own Void Ray. He doesn't have any High Templar left though, and the amount of his army really isn't that large. Archons are going in the toilet though, and this could spell the end of a lot of his Corruptors. Meanwhile, all of his tech's getting picked off right now. He's rebuilding a lair. Hydras are really the only thing he can reproduce, and oh my gosh, those Archons just doing so much damage against the biologically distant Zerg. And everything is crumbling. That was a really good game. Alright, so Axelav takes it 2-1. So we will be going into the next match. Most likely it's going to be Axelav versus Roof.
I have everything fixed, by the way.
Okay.
Do you want to keep broadcasting, or shall we swap one last time?
I didn't lag at all that last time, so it's up to you.
Well, I don't mind.
All
Let's
right,
keep it here
yeah.
so we don't forget what we started the stream and have
Okay.
to put us back in Team Liquid, etc.
Do you want to go for a video then? So I
Yeah.
can put your webcam out?
Oh, I gotta close my XSplit then to do that one sec.
Okay. My hair is just like, Jesus. Sound like a girl, but my hair is like not. I'm so freaking hot right now.
Whatever. You know what, the upside is I do have XSplit and my settings all configured, so
Yeah,
should
so
this problem happen
yeah,
again,
we can
are
like
ready to
immediately swap
right
into
away.
another one. All right, so Axlev does take that game, and a little bit of an update for you in the brackets, guys. The next game will be Roof versus Axlev. Death Angel versus Lexus. Oh, Nimitz versus SYZ. Huh. I thought that Nimitz was the one being DQ'd. Interesting.
Alright, and XSplit vs. Roof updated on the channel.
Amity M Lord, I didn't realize that. I'm gonna try and get into that Death Angel game. Is he... Oh no, he's busy. Sad phase.
Is my cam going through, by the way?
Yeah.
Cool.
Let's see. I just need to...
Yeah, I feel really bad about being asked to leave, but didn't want to screw up the players. This is their tournament, not ours.
Huh. Now Skype is being the one that's buggy. I can't
You
get
know what?
your...
I care a lot less about the webcam than I do about our thing actually being live, so we can start it some other time.
Yeah, me too.
I'll just turn my cam off for now. But yep, so that, sorry, between setting up XSplit and all the stuff that just happened, the next game starting soon, or is it we're waiting on somebody?
Nope. Not waiting on any single person. I'm just waiting to get invited into the game.
Alright, cool. I'm gonna take a picture and send it to you to put in my little spot, okay?
Yeah.
Oh, it's an awesome picture, man.
Alright.
Actually, I'm gonna crop it up and paint a little bit. This is kind of big.
Let's see. Did you send it on Skype?
No, well, a moment.
Alright. Alright, so I got an invite into the game.
Yep, I got my invite too.
I just told Axlev that I'm streaming again, and you shouldn't be lagging anymore. Alright, we are in the game. So, let's see. Oh, did you send it to me in Skype? Or
I'll
after
do
the
that
game?
for
Alright,
this
cool.
Not important right now.
Sweet. It's going to be another ZVP. Really excited to see if Axlev continues to use that style. Did you catch that game on the stream?
No.
Oh, it was pretty freaking
So
intense. It was.
I saw the end with the carriers and the vortex.
Yeah.
I was just spent the duration trying to fix my XSplit in case we needed me to go live. Luckily, we don't, though, apparently. But, hang on, back to this game.
Yeah.
Top right corner, we've got the guy we saw earlier, Blast Roof.
Yep.
Plays the Red Zerg.
His opponent down here in the bottom left-hand corner of the map, it is ISXLav, spawning as the blue Protoss. So, let's see, I'm going to go ahead and update the overlay for you guys now. Axlev, changing colors on me every game so far this series. Pulling a feast. Let's see. So have.
I sent you the picture on Skype, by the way, but don't worry about it for now. Get it after the game.
Okie doke. So yeah, it looks like Axelav just really, he favors only getting enough gateway units to allow him to defend at least 4 bases to get that gas mining to get enough energy for that Stargate transition in the late game. And a lot of Protoss have been having a lot of trouble dealing with Zerg, that huge Infestor Broodlord Corruptor, with a couple of Queens for transfused composition. It's often, you either get a Vortex off or you die when you're going with the standard composition like Stalker, Colossus, Archon, Immortal, stuff like that. So, I just
transfuse
really like
is just such a strong skill to have. I mean,
yeah. And it was
it
even...
is not a minor heal, to say the least. Sorry.
Yeah. No,
Keep going.
that was amusing. No, it's... You have certain unit compositions that just deal well with others, but you have... Occasionally, when you get somebody like this playing kind of his own game, I guess, like his own metagame, his own unit composition, it's difficult for players who have never played against a style like that to think up something on the fly that can try and deal with that. I'm not saying that you never see carriers in late game PvZ, but very rarely do you see that style of aggression, where you have like 15 Void Rays going to try and snipe out the hive, immediately mass recalling, and just falling back on that mass recall as you take out ancillary bases.
Yeah, and I do like Axelav's choice, by the way. He always, just speaking of like your own metagame and whatnot, he always does go for that early Nexus.
Yeah, and this gateway, like...
I mean, like, he knows that Zella is just, it's strong enough to hold anything that's going to come this early.
Yeah.
And by the time anything deadly like roaches would be on the field, he could easily have an army composition to deal with it.
Yep. Indeed.
Sentries being very irritating with those force fields for Zerg, much less any other race.
Definitely. Let's see. So we do have the pylon block cleaned up here by Roof. It looks like he's sending a drone out to take that as well. Obviously, this matchup, you generally don't see gas until around 6:30, 7 minutes in game. There are definitely players that opt to get it a little bit later, but Roof isn't one of those individuals. Only 2 Zerglings on the map right now. I really like that he didn't make 2 sets. Doesn't sound like a lot, but there's really not much use for any additional Zealots when you're going against, or any additional Zerglings when you're going against a gateway opening. I guess he was also thrown off a little bit by the fact that there wasn't a pylon in the center of the map, or in the center of the natural, when he scouted with the Overlord. Axelav hiding a probe right here, just barely keeping it out of vision, but this Zergling...
Is he gonna stumble upon it?
Yeah.
What's up, probe? Get out of here with your shenanigans of pylons.
Let's see. I'm just gonna make sure we're on Team Liquid again.
And Roof really just taking the opportunity to drone up behind this, putting 8 Zerglings out, but I mean, with 3 bases, he'll get his production up very quickly.
Yeah. Let's see. We do have a Stalker out on the field right now. It looks like he's going to want to pressure with 2 Zealots and a Stalker. He is making a probe is making its way down to plant a pylon, and it looks like he's going to go for a little bit of 4-gate pressure again. This didn't really work all that well against Gosu User in the first game.
Oh, nice Zealot split, actually.
Yeah.
Not quite going to steal those. Actually, you might pick up that one. Yep, just turn it around to save the other units. Smart choice on Roof's, or sorry, Axelav's part.
Yeah. We do have even more drones coming in here for Roof, so he's not really falling for the fake pressure.
I keep reading Gladiator, and it's like...
I know. It's really funny, too, because Gladiator, there was also a user named Gladiator signed up for this.
Oh, that would have been great to see them fight each other.
Yeah. Apparently this was like the Muslim's early account when he made his first couple of Warcraft 3 accounts, like forum names and stuff like that. Back when
I would see several Stalker weapons at this proxy near the
Yeah, he's definitely going to go for some pressure here, and I think that, well, the Roof, the Roachborn isn't quite done yet for Roof. I think he's going to have to sacrifice his base. He doesn't really have a shot at holding this, especially not with another warp incoming.
Yeah, and he's losing so many drones here just to those Stalker volleys. Not opting to cancel the Extractor. Is it going to finish? Yes, it does finish, unfortunately, so there'll be no cancel.
I think that after sacrificing this hatchery, his opponent has continued with probe production, so he's really going to be in kind of a poor position. Link speed is still a ways off.
Oh, and those roaches hatching are going to get picked off so quickly by these stalkers.
Yeah, and all 3 hatching were at that base.
Both of them narrowly escaping. 14 and 27 health respectively. And this puts Axelav in a really nice position.
Yeah, he's getting a 4th gas up now. And will we see him follow up with that same robo, getting out a couple of mortals and falling back on it to expand? But something that Axelav did that I really liked, actually in all 3 games of, or I guess the 2 games that we cast of Ghost User versus Axelav, he had that robo immediately go to work on 2 observers before he started mortal production. So it gave him a lot of map control. He knew when his opponent would try for counter timing, and I think that really helped him. These drones, yeah, the larvae are being made into drones, getting that 3rd base back up. He doesn't really have the minerals at this point to expand again.
Ooh, the Zerglings might stumble upon the 3rd though. They're definitely not going to get into the natural. It's too tight of a choke there, but they might be able to do some nice quick damage here, get away, and come back and finish it later.
Yeah. This
Is
will
he
most
going to
likely
save it?
fall. Or at least
He's not, yeah, it's going down so quickly. Yeah, there's the cancel.
Nice.
Nice. Jinx!
Yeah, and the
You
layer
pass.
is completing right now. We have 15 more drones in production. A Dark Shrine on the way for Axelav. This is new. It'll be interesting to see how he uses this.
You don't normally see Dark Templar when you're ahead, but I guess, you know, see what happens.
Yeah. I'm really surprised at this point, considering that Link Speed is done, that he hasn't picked off his pylon quite yet. He knows it has to be somewhere on location, because Dark just came out of nowhere.
Well, the great thing, too, is, it's like, okay, they got detectors, I'll pull back what I have, bam, Archons.
Yeah.
Alternatively, too, if he's not paying attention, you can also lose a hatchery very quickly to 4 Dark Templar.
Yeah. Oop. Trying not to knock water down off my table. Sorry for the momentary crappy observing. Let's see. Roach speed is nearly halfway complete. He is researching Burrow as well. Unfortunately for him, Axelav is usually pretty on point with observers. This 3rd base has yet to complete though, so Roof definitely has that to his advantage. Unfortunately, you want to be up a base on the Protoss.
Yeah, 1 cannon's going to destroy these very nice. Sees all the stalkers too, knows it's not worth losing with the Zergling.
Yeah.
And those sentries have plenty of energy, so there will be no... Ooh, there might actually be a big assault, but you should be able to hold it off fairly easily. Oh, especially with the Dark Templar there.
Yeah, and he sees it coming too. Are there any Overlords? No. The closest Overlord is back here, and if he's not careful, that'll easily get picked up by a few Stalkers.
Yeah, but those 3 Dark Templar actually rallied to the base, so they're not going to be used for defense or pick off this army whatsoever. He's just going straight for the kill. Which base are they targeted on, though, is the question.
It looks like he has 2 going into the natural and 1 going into this 3rd base. They do a lot of damage if Roof doesn't pick up on that. No, he saw it.
Yeah, it's...
Let's see.
A little distortion.
No, he's just putting up He's just putting up Evo chambers right now. He needs to morph an Overseer. We have 3 in production.
We have an Overseer morphing in the main, actually, so he will catch this. But he's going to kill plenty of drones in the meantime. Let's see. After all that, 3 Dark Templar, almost picking off that Queen, but 20 workers killed at this point in the game.
Yeah.
Really doing a good job of just keeping him down.
He has to be happy with that. You took out an opponent's 3rd. You've killed 20 drones already. Yeah, a lot of those are workers mining at the previous 3rd, so it didn't really cause him that much of an economic loss, but he had to use like 20 larvae to try and replace that. And
yeah, I mean, look at 74 to 52 right now, the worker count.
Yeah, it's ridiculously in favor of Axelav, and he has the army strength at this point to go and secure himself a 4th base.
Yeah, the last thing you want to do is just lose in economy to a Protoss, let's be honest.
Because that's your one saving grace. Especially on a map like this, you can deny your opponent's 3rd base for quite a while. You have 2 attack paths in here, you can go try and run by the natural too. If he just slips up like once, that's all you need. We saw all of those Zerglings get into the main base from Goso User in Game 1 on Daybreak of the last series, and look how much damage that did.
I do like this. He's keeping Roof is keeping an Overseer with his army. He doesn't want to lose anything to something silly like a couple Dark Templar running by.
Yeah. So we do have 6 Infestors on the way right now, timed out well with Pathogen Glands. 7 more drones in production. That's so much
Man, that's
larva.
a lot of Stalkers. How many is that? 20 more Stalkers on the field right now.
Yeah. It looks like he's actually going here to place a 4th base. I really, really like this decision, if he does follow through with it.
And these Dark Templar are just scouting around the map, making sure there are no hidden Zerg expansions. And oh wow, this overseer in the main just caught a glimpse of that Colossus and saw the
Nice.
robotics being at work, so he knows that Lance is on the way. And I think he knows now is the time before there are too many Colossi on the field as he is moving his army into position. Gotta be careful about this though, because there are still many Dark Templar roaming around the map. He could get caught off guard and lose all of his workers in an instant.
How is his support? Does he have overseers or? Yeah, he has overseers at each base. I actually like this in favor of spores. Not only do you not have to sacrifice a drone, they can move around with you, and you don't need to wait for en route time.
Oh, not to mention, we've seen some changelings do some wicked stuff in the past, like block off the Protoss army.
Yeah. That move was so good. Who was that we cast that game?
I don't remember, but you know what? It was like, we should remember, because that was a great game.
I know, yeah. There was a single changeling that spawned in his opponent's base, and after he got Zerglings into his main, he morphed a changeling and held position at the little hole in his wall, and that ended up winning or at least tilting the game hugely in favor of the Zerg player.
Yeah, and like I said before, we get this sort of Zerg army roaming around. Not really sure whether it's safe to push out or not, but now that there are so many Colossus peppered in with these Stalkers, it's going to be very difficult for the Zerg to get any ground.
Yeah, we do have a Spire and a Hive on the way. As soon as they complete, most likely we'll see that transform into a Greater Spire, and that really begins the late game for both of these players. But Axelab wants to push before that happens, and he's maxed right now. That is
he's actually going to work
scary
with this army too, which is really nice. Mobile reinforcements.
2 Infestors immediately go down to some very nice target firing on the Colossi. The Spire is just finished now, so it doesn't have any Corruptors forward.
Yeah,
This is so many Stalkers.
And the force fields are keeping so many of the roaches out. The Colossi are just sitting in the back, chilling, annihilating everything coming out. And these Infestors are being forced to use so much energy on infested Terrans. I mean, Axelab being pushed back a bit, but not by much. He's just going to clean up these roaches and then push forward.
This is just a bit of a momentary setback here. He wants to try and kite away from the infested Terran if at all possible.
Yeah, but now all those Infestors have no energy. They can just drop, like, maybe an infested Terran or two. I mean, this is going to be absolutely difficult to hold off. Meanwhile, we got Dark Templar and Zolots coming into the third here. Lots of roaches, though, ready to catch him off guard. Very nice. And those Infestors might actually go down if he's not careful.
Alright, so it looks like those DTs were cleaned up pretty easily. 43 additional roaches, and it looks like...
Oh, roaches are just pushing up. Go straight for the Colossi. Take
Whoa.
one out immediately. Second volley almost getting the other. Stalkers trying to do what they can, but this Colossus is going to go down. 11 health, dead to the roaches. But I mean, Stalkers versus roaches is still a very nice composition for Axelab.
Especially with Blink, look at this.
And that Concave plus the Pincer absolutely annihilating those roaches.
Oh, and he has +3 weapons just before his opponent's 2-2 completes. So that was +3 weapons against +1 Carapace, and that does really not bode well, especially without Fungal Gross.
But I mean, for the cost of roaches, he managed to take out a couple Stalkers, not many mind you, but he caught the Colossus, and that's huge.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, these Infestors have had time to regen energy. None of them can really quite fungal, one or two of them. The rest of them are just going to be limited to infested Terrans. But without Colossus there to clean up the infested Terrans, Stalkers have a pretty low rate of fire as far as volleying goes. And these roaches are just kind of posturing around, moving in and out, trying to get those pokes off, but with the Observer there, high ground advantage is eliminated.
Yeah. And we do have the Mothership being started now for Axelab behind this as well.
Oh, those Infestors getting caught by that Colossus blast!
Oh, and this is
not one but two.
The worst possible engage you can hope for as a Zerg player. Yeah.
Oh,
that positioning at the third.
Stuck behind his own hatchery. That is so unfortunate.
Yeah.
And see if you get that picture. If not, I'll resend it.
Nah, I think I got it. Do I need to put down my webcam a little bit? I'm laying on my I have
You're totally gonna hate me for the picture if you haven't seen it already.
Alright. Let's see. Alright, just waiting on an invite into game 2.
Yeah, what a great first game. Roof held his own for so long, but I mean, the Colossus coming back to the fight, picking off those Infestors. The timing was just too perfect on that.
Alright. I messaged Roof for an invite. Go ahead and get this set up. There we go. Alright, it looks like we are all here, except for you. No, Sec.
They haven't been suggested?
Yeah.
I am waiting.
blah, 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 blah.
It must be kind of confusing for them as they do have like
Yeah.
forecasts to invite.
All right. So meanwhile, I'm fixing up your picture here
Cool, cool. And colors are looks like they're going to be purple and pink.
because
adjust?
Axelav is going back to pink, right?
Yep.
Yep. Yeah, and Roof is always purple, which really screws with me when they change colors. All right. Add media file. Let's see.
And here we go.
Oh, you're so awesome.
On Belshire Beach in this game 2 of this PvZ series.
All right, I'll mess with that after, but thank you for that.
No problem.
Just make sure
All
the
right.
Axelav. All right. I will go ahead and screw with the colors as you introduce the players.
Alright, spawning in the lower right-hand corner as the purple Zerg, we have Blast's Roof versus his opponent, the domineering Protoss, or Pink Protoss, as Axelav, aka Gladiator, whichever way you want to read or say that.
So, I don't know, Belshir, it's definitely a big Zerg map pick. I hesitate to say that this is more common than Daybreak in pools that feature both as a Zerg pick against Protoss, so I'm interested to see what Roof has planned here. This tends to be his go-to fallback map on most of the games that I've seen of him, disregarding ZBZ. And in ZBT and ZVP, he seems to like this map quite a lot. Why is it a Zerg map? It has a lot of attack paths. It's very difficult to secure your third base as a Protoss player because you really have 3 huge attack paths open for you to try and access that. So
yeah, and it's really refreshing seeing a map like Belshir in the map pool as we've just finished casting so many TSL maps, and of course it is not one of them.
Yeah. I think like we're currently in a plateau really of new tournament maps to be used in the scene. Whirlwind has kind of made its way. A lot of players really dislike it. A lot of Protoss players really find it happy and comforting. But I don't know. We'll see after the season the balance so far.
And just talking about maps, I cannot wait to see what sort of new dynamics the destructible rocks bring in for collapsible rocks bring in for.
Heart of the Swarm.
Yeah. Sorry, I wasn't sure. You see something else. But I mean, just the dynamic of being able to create your own wall is huge. And here we go with that pylon block. Axelav has got the rest down pat.
Yeah. And
I wonder if his opponent is keyed into him always doing this early expansion kit or not, though.
After he sees it this game, opening Gateway first is so out of the ordinary in this matchup anymore that he kind of has to know that it's Axelav's thing. What can you do to punish this? Yeah,
it's difficult because any Zerglings you get out early, there's not going to be enough of them to do much damage.
Yeah.
Which just hold off a Zealot or two.
Like, getting a 6 pull out in time to try and deal with your opponent is one way you could try and secure a little bit of an economical advantage, but you're just going out hugely in favor of aggression, trying to take out enemy probes while you sacrifice your economy behind it. So once that Zealot gets out, it's like you can't be aggressive anymore. You can't possibly delay any more mining time, kill any more probes. So you have to. It's a race against the clock. You have to take out as many probes as you can before that Zealot spawns. Or even a pylon.
I would love to see some Chef-esque style play though, where you have 4 Zerglings that can just do so much for so long. Because we really don't see Axelav going for that early sentry or any sort of early range, to be honest. And that was really the only way Feast was able to deal with that in those show matches.
We do have a Zealot making its way across the map right now. Cybercore nearly complete. Go ahead and set myself on busy again so I won't get any of those pop-ups. Cold Trimaster was actually supposed to be playing in this today, but I guess fell by the wayside as he just logged on now.
Or had minigun-esque problems of
man, that was that was really sad. Not only because we had to wait for 30 or 40 minutes before that game started. Alright. So Roof continuing to drone up, but I mean Axelav making that chrono boost to work. How many Zerglings are out on the field right now? 2. I like that. Roof, this game and last game, he isn't overreacting to this single Gateway Expo. I want to see like one time in a best of 5, or a best of 3, or a best of 5, him just go like 1 base Blink or 1 base DT or something like that. just completely screw with his opponents.
It's absolutely silly. It's like, yeah, they got the down pat of me taking my early expo. Well, guess what?
Surprise. I like Stargate play on this map. It kind of gives you back map control. You can take out a lot of your opponent's overlords. And he's actually proxying double Stargates. So this is going to be Phoenix. Nice.
This is going to be wicked, too, because, I mean, there's no reason for Roof to scout over here. And it's far too early for him to go for a fourth. And if he were to go for a fourth, I mean, this information would be invaluable.
No way. Look at this Obi. Oh, it just stopped there.
No.
Oh, man.
Oh, no.
That's so unfortunate. We do have a
Roof's
forge.
just barely not going to see that. I can't believe it.
Coming down here behind this. And I think, like, when you proxy something like this, you generally wait for a couple to spawn before you go for it. I'd imagine, yeah, we're going to see a Void Ray first, too. I would really, really be surprised if he attacked with anything less than a Void Ray and 3 Phoenix.
This is, of course, a very, very expensive investment, and were this to be scouted or taken out early, this could cost Axlab so very dearly.
He has to know that there's some sort of proxy tech at this point, though. Let's take a look at Roof's vision right now. I mean, he sees what? Oh, he hasn't even seen the gas. But seeing that third geyser is kind of a tell.
It's also, I mean, like, okay, it's one thing, you know, Protoss, Terrans, everyone learns to build out of vision of the Overlords.
Whoa!
So there's always that potential, but...
Mass Void Rays here. This is really, really uncommon.
Wow, you know what, no, but with only a couple queens on the map and no Evo Chamber to be found, this could actually be so very effective.
And this is something that Roof does, too. He tends to delay his Evo Chamber a little bit. I'm really surprised that he hasn't been more proactive with scouting. I really like that Axlab is putting these pylons here in the ledge to try and get a Stalker in position to deny this. So now we see Phoenix production after 3 Void Rays have been complete. And here's the reveal.
Oh, there it is, yeah, with 3 on the map ready to go. It's going to be hard for Roof to react in time, get anything out. Trying to build queens, actually, to deal with this.
Yeah.
But, I mean,
Evo
fully
Chamber
charged Void Rays are just going to annihilate those queens.
and Hydraless Den are in production now as well. I'd imagine he's just going to target fire these queens down.
Nope, actually opting to retreat out of this.
I guess he was waiting for that Phoenix.
Yeah, Phoenix can just pick up one of the queens, though, annihilate so much of the damage. Yep, there it is. Opting that. Ooh, that one Void Ray can do away with 7 health. Oh, and those fully charged Void Rays are going to do so much damage so very quickly.
There's not enough gas here. I mean, he doesn't have enough of a bank, Roof does, to make Hydraless to try and defend this.
He's putting Spore Crawlers down, but these are fully charged Void Rays.
Yeah, they take out Spore Crawlers so fast.
Yeah, and these Phoenixes are just lifting off any queens that are probably any opposition. Really, this is going to be very difficult for Roof to hold, but he does actually get some Spore Crawlers secured.
So meanwhile, we did have Lings make way into his opponent's base, and
and
there
all the
are roaches
roaches
here too.
And he doesn't really have anything in base to defend with, because he's only got 2 gateways.
Yeah.
Bring the Phoenixes back and lift up what he can.
There are 9 Hydras in production right now, and with these Spore Crawlers, if these 2 Void Rays... Yeah, this is over. This is over for Axlev. He just lost his game.
Yeah, it took the hatchery, but his base is being swarmed by just far too many units. And losing that wall, I mean, a sentry or 2 could have blocked that for so long. I don't know why he didn't. I guess he was so focused on micro with the Void Rays.
Yeah, he had a Zealot on home position here, but it just died immediately to the roaches. All of these cannons are now going down, and I mean, there's one more cannon in production, but what is that going to do?
But you know what? He's up a game. He knew he got to do something a little funny.
Yeah, definitely. And this is his opponent's pick.
Call it. Yeah, you could debatably call it cheesy, but I think for him it was probably more fun than anything else.
Let's see. Unfortunately, sometimes fun does not win you games, and we did see Xlev falling there in Game 2. Hopefully he'll be able to clean it up for Game 3.
Tying it up on 1? Oh, there's my awesome picture.
Yeah,
What's up,
I'm trying to crop this right now.
Just put it in the bottom layer, it doesn't need to be cropped.
Alright, cool. Now that I got the okay from you to do that, bam.
Oh man, I saw the movie option, and I was just gonna take a normal picture, and I was like, wait a minute. No, must be done. Although I guess this does get a little contrast on you, because now you look kind of boring and sleepy in comparison. No. You're basically Tien in this, like, and I'm Goku. That's how boring you are.
You.
I'm sorry. What's up, Dragon Ball Z?
Tien's a wet towel. My friend yesterday, before he joined the Skype call, he said that he didn't like Dragon Ball Z, and I left the Skype call immediately out of disgust.
I didn't like how Dragon Ball Z took like a week to cast a
Man,
move.
wait, who took out? Let's see. Belief took out Damaga and is now playing against SYZ in the next round.
What? The Maka getting taken out this
Yeah.
early? That's a little whatever. Game. I got my invite by the way. You?
Yep. Taldarum is Axelav's pick. This is very interesting. I don't know. I'm kind of intrigued to see what Axelav will do. 2-Gate Phoenix is, I think, still the most popular go-to build on this map. As well as like 1-Gate, but Stargate play is really, really common. Even more so than on Belshir. Yeah, SYZ is a beast. I don't know. Belief, nobody knows anything about him. I asked in the admin chat a little while ago. He is playing on a Silver Protoss account. And he took out Damaga, he took out Forsun. Like, Damaga definitely, ZVT is, I think, his weakest matchup still.
Don't forget to swap your screen over, by the way.
Yeah, I'm doing that right now while I'm fixing the overlay. So why don't you go ahead
Okay,
and
well,
introduce the
yeah. Bottom left corner of the map, we have the red Protoss Gladiator, aka Axelav, versus his opponent. In the top right, the blue Zerg blasts roof.
Alright, and this is tied up, guys. The winner of this will advance into the quarterfinals.
Yeah, and just taking a moment here to give a shout out to the sponsors, PokerStrategy.com, guys. They are sponsoring this tournament, and they sponsor other great, beautiful things like show matches between excellent players, as we've cast before, and hopefully we will cast again. But other than that, go to PokerStrategy.com, check it out, guys. You can also click the link in the banner below our video on Twitch, and basically just do some light reading and get $50 bankrolls just for signing up. No credit cards required, and it's a great way to learn how to play poker and strategy in general.
Yep.
Whoa, that's the name of the website.
Poker Strategy.
Just hit me.
Yeah. And if you want to read a little bit about how StarCraft 2 and poker are similar, a lot of good, very, very skilled poker players transitioned over to SC2. A couple formerly on Team Rain, Kiwikaki, of course, probably the most prolific poker player to make the switch, but...
Ooh, we see Forge first coming down here for Axelav.
Yeah, you don't want to screw around on this map. If you're going to 6-pool, Taldaram's a map to do it on.
Yeah, and 2 probes coming out, not just one, so looking to maybe reinforce himself should the first one fall.
He's just trying to go immediately, just try and scout his opponent's location. Oh no!
Look at this.
No! No! Oh god! Axelav, you
dirty, dirty man.
If Axelav executes it perfectly from here, this is game over. But
that wall choke is just gonna be.
There are a couple things that Roof can do in this position. One, if he survives this with any economy at all, this is how you play it out too with the gateway block. Yeah. If he survives this with any economy at all, he can try for Nidus Worm. Other than that, Ventral Stacks, try and load links on the low ground there. That's a little bit less common.
There's a ton of links out, but that cannon's just about finished, and these pylons are quite durable. And this is why we have the lowered supply depot guys on certain maps.
Man, and this is the MLG version too, guys. The MLG,
nice cancel there.
Yeah. The MLG version of Taldaram just doesn't include a neutral supply depot. It looks like he's opting to try and take this third base. This is the common third base in this matchup, considering the fact that your rocks here will really deny your third for a long time because everything's kind of slucky against destructible rocks. But he's going to be able to prevent this with this cannon. Yeah. How are your opponent going to get lings out to try and deal with this?
He's trying to put a spine collar down, but I mean, it's going to be so difficult to move that up with the creep as is.
Yeah.
It'll be a little while before he has any more creep on the map. This is a zany opener, and I love it. I love these like offbeat styles of gameplay.
This is...
And, ooh, I like the trick that Axelav, I think he's going to let this hatchery complete so that there's no cancel.
Yeah, nice.
This evil, dirty mastermind.
He doesn't see, especially because it doesn't have an Overlord in position, he doesn't see that there's a pylon there at all.
Well, yes, no, because the probe did follow him all the way to the base.
Yeah.
But, oh, there's that creep tumor, so things start advancing. And this wall could go down very quickly, because there's nothing else here to hold it back.
I like that Axelav's not overcommitting to this too. He's putting down a Nexus behind this, and he did hurt his opponent's economy a lot. Look at that. 18 drones right now, already with 1-4 spine crawler, and you're going to lose your hatch. Is not some place you want to be in.
You can get the cancel off on that if he's paying attention.
Yep.
Oh, so very barely.
That's unfortunate there for Axelav. He let his cannon finish a little bit too soon. Oh,
yeah, like 2 seconds more was all I needed. Meanwhile, the spine collar is moving up, picking off this gateway. The Zerglings will be able to swarm what's left if he gets impatient, but I mean, the range on that spine collar is everything he needs.
Yeah. Let's see. Do have a couple more Zerglings as well as a lair. Is this going to be... Yep, nice worm. Bam.
Ooh.
Called it. So, he does have an Overlord in position. Axlev needs to notice this. How is his vision? Oh, he does see it.
And Axlev, even though he sees it... Oh, he's going for a Stargate, actually, but...
I like it.
He's got no warp gates. He can't get anything back to his base effectively or quickly. If whatever he has coming out of this Stargate doesn't finish before the Nidus does, he's going to be in a whole lot of hurt.
Yeah, something that's relatively common too. You have an Overlord in position to drop an Overseer, or drop a Nidus Worm, and then you just drop it somewhere like over here, in front of your base. Yeah, there's the Nidus Worm right there. So he's going to be able to pick off this cannon, most likely, and...
I don't know, it's going to be hard to deal with. I mean, it's a small choke there, and it's not a whole lot of Zerglings coming through.
Yeah. If he picks the Cyber, though...
Oh, and they're rallied to the mineral line, too, so they're going to just hit that wall for a second.
No! There's not enough space. Axlet does plug the hole in time. Yeah.
Puts that down just barely and starts building behind it, very nice, but he doesn't have a whole lot here. These Zerglings are swarming in so very quickly. And when that force goes down, there'll be no more cannons to reinforce with.
This is going to come down to SimCity here from Axlev.
Oh yeah, he's just building and building and building, because if he does not get these buildings up, he's dead.
His mineral count is pretty low, though, at this point. He has a ton of gas banked up. He can't produce any goods either.
Point probes. Trying his darndest to contain these Zerglings, but it's just so many coming from that Nidus, just pumping out Zergling after Zergling, and no more cannons. Trying to get this...
There we go.
But that Phoenix, or sorry, not the Phoenix, the Void Ray doesn't have enough damage to deal with this many Zerglings, and he knew it, so there's the Chi-Chi.
Very well played by Roof. It's rather unfortunate that Axlev didn't prepare for that in time. Usually you see players going around trying to scout with probes and stuff, but that Stargate, the Void Rue, is just a little bit too late and it cost him. So we do have
this awesome Nidus play.
Roof advancing into the next round to face the winner of Death Angel versus Amity M-Lord. Sweet. He's a very
guys, we'll probably be continuing to just follow Roof Run unless there are any specific requests made. We've linked chat and brackets several times, so we try and do it one more time.
Death Angel is currently AFK, and Belief is in-game.
I cannot link it. Could you link it, sir? I don't have it up anymore. Yes. But yeah, so take a look at the brackets, guys. If you see any players you want cast, we'll gladly try and cast them.
Alright, so, let's see, do I have to change my webcam up a little bit? There we go. Wonderful. So Axlev has been knocked out by Roof. I'm taking a look at Death Angel's match history right now. I'm kind of sad that Daisy fell so early to Demaga. Alright, so it looks like Death actually 2-0'd his opponent. So we will be playing a ZVZ, most likely. Yeah, alright, so it was a 2-0 victory for Death Angel. Death Lord.
Death Lord Angel.
Death Lord Angel. XXX. So this is just going to be, as soon as they get vetoes done, guys, we will get into the game. I'm checking Belief's match history to see if he completed the first match already. He's our lone Terran hero. Everybody else is Zerg.
Yeah, Sparkly Rob, perfectly okay with the Death Angel Roof game. Oh man, okay, I have to try and make this sound exotic apparently. Not quite sure what that means. But we gotta give a quick shout out to the Zeem, or I've already messed that up. The Zeke team, aka the Zeem, are recruiting streamer casters, guys. If you play League of Legends, StarCraft, doesn't matter. We're looking for all sorts of streamer casters, so go ahead and send a resume to verilyn@zeke.tv and just basically say what games you like playing, what games you'd like to cast, etc. And she'll try and get back to you as soon as possible. We're also looking for a marketing assistant. And, what? She's giving me crap. I believe I said that perfectly well, did I not?
I approve.
Unless she meant she wanted it exotic in some sort of accent. And, because My boss lady has started cussing at me. I shan't finish the rest of that. But the long story short, guys, additionally, with the casters, we're looking for marketing assistance, help deal with contacting sponsors, setting up tournaments, etc. So again, that's Verilyn at Zeke.tv. That's pretty sure you can.
Yep.
And just a little bit of downtime while we wait between games, guys. Getting things sorted.
I really want to know who Belief is. What country does it say he's from? What is his Spark something on the brackets? Players. Alright, I'm gonna try and investigate this. He is
Sherlock Holmes over
Korean.
here.
He is Korean player. Let me take a look at his builds. Alright, so his name is I Am Terran. So let's see. Obviously MVP, kind of the most renowned Terran player for IM, but Happy is also, let's see. Take a look at his builds right now.
I'm trying to think of how I could have made that more exotic, because apparently that was the problem, and it's like, deep in the jungles of Ire, we have
Little
the Zeke
preface.
team casting. Yeah, I mean, like, what? How do you make something like that exotic? It just doesn't happen.
Oh, he actually lost his first game against SYZ. And we do have... It looks like he 2-racks Damaga twice in a row. Yeah,
Ooh, that's dirty.
he proxy 11-11 racks twice in a row, once on Cloud Kingdom and once on Daybreak. So...
Oh, speaking of dirty frustrating, this reminds me. You remember that guy we played yesterday who lagged out at the end,
Yeah.
pulled or whatever? Did you see what he typed before he did?
No.
I went back to watch the replay because I wasn't sure. I was curious if all the lag and the pauses was going to show up in the replay or not. Obviously it doesn't, but I was still curious. And before he plug pulled, he said, just remember, it was 2-1, LOL, noobs.
Oh, people.
Cheese and people, man. Ugh. So when I hear 11-11 racks 2 times in a row, it's like, F you, guy.
Let's see. Alright, so we're just waiting on an invite into this game, guys. It will be a ZBZ. And after that, it'll either be the winner of this semifinal versus Blast SYZ, or the winner versus Belief, aka I Am Terran.
It's Death Angel versus Roof, right?
Yep.
I just got to do the stream name.
And actually, like I am, all of their foreign accounts are listed as like I am Terran, I am Protoss, I am Zerg. So I think it could be Yoda too. I'm not 100% sure. Because Yoda is a very, very skilled player.
That stream is updated and fixed, and there we go, I got my invite.
Nice.
CVCs. They can be incredibly skillful, delicate, and eloquent, or they can be incredibly volatile and over in 5 minutes.
Yeah. I was actually like, I was hoping we get to the quarterfinals or so with Damaga, because his ZVZ is quite fun to watch. But this is going to be on Daybreak here, our first map. And yep, getting it underway.
Both players signaling that they are ready. Casters, yep.
I'm going to go ahead and update the overlay here.
So, Navi, Hireling, and Yangwin, those are the Polish casters today?
No, Hireling casts in Russian and Yangwin casts in Polish.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
I guess it is kind of good to appeal to the European side of things.
Yeah, definitely. Alright, so Roof is purple again. His opponent is green.
Yep, you want me to introduce both? Or
Nope,
yeah.
I actually got it. Oh yeah.
Cool beans. Well, starting at the top right-hand corner of the map, we have East Sahara Death, a.k.a. Death Angel, playing as the Green Zerg.
Yep, and his opponent down here in the bottom left-hand corner of the map, it is Blast's Roof. Oh wait, actually, sorry, my bad, that's Death Angel. East Sahara Isahara merged with Absolute Legends, and Death Angel, Nama, and Baby Knight are no longer on their roster. Baby Knight joined with FXO Europe, and Nama and Death Angel are both free agents as of now. Does not mean they are not skilled players, though.
Yeah, I don't know anyone who would look at what either of those players' names, who knows anything about StarCraft, and go like, those guys must be terrible for not on a team.
Hey man, Nama 2-1ing MVP and a TBT series.
Yeah, well,
definitely pretty freaking good result. We do have an extractor trick coming down here from Death Angel. I would not be surprised to see a hatch first on this map. It's relatively common. You see a lot of players go ahead and just kind of play to the map. Others, however, play very safe and try and just go for a relatively economic-oriented, safe build. Even if it's like a 15 pool, whether it's a 14-14, and just pull drones off gas after you get that circling speed.
Yeah, and a lot of players I noticed in like the first game of the day, they've kind of got that silent etiquette to them where it's like, okay, you know, obviously no cheesy, overly rushy stuff in game one. That stuff normally starts appearing in game two, especially when the person has just won game one. So it's usually statistically a safer bet to just expand early if you wanted to.
Yep. So we do have a 15 pull coming down here from Roof, as well as a 15 hatch from his opponent, Death Angel. Everything going according to plan so far. Overlords making way into their opponent's base, neither opting to drone scout. It's pretty common. This map, the distance between bases is quite long, and we do see gas before pool there for Death Angel, so looking to get that early speed up, I would not be surprised to see him continue to mine gas in favor of a defensive baneling nest. He can also look to do a little bit of pressure with it. Hatch first is by no means eliminate any sort of aggression or all-in. Still no gas here from Roof, though. That's kind of interesting. Yeah,
there we go. Finally going up. I was going to say, if he doesn't get it soon, he's actually going to be severely far behind. Because gas, of course, takes forever to build up compared to the minerals.
Let's see.
Now, one thing we do typically see a lot of with these ZVZs is if it is a lot of early aggression, there's a lot of baneling pickoffs here and there, and it just comes down to whoever's got the better baneling control, whether you're on defense or offense, does not matter. Whoever's got the better baneling control usually takes the game.
Yeah, it's very you need, it's completely necessary in this matchup to have very solid multitasking and micro. If you don't survive lane baneling, I guess like timeline of ZVZ, then you lose the game. If you're really great with roaches, you're really great and confident in the late game, ultras and festers and that stuff, it doesn't mean anything if you can't survive a Ling Bane attack. Making sure you have all of the Banes on hold position, make sure that you don't get really inefficient trades against Zerglings, and yeah, we do see a defensive Baneling nest coming down here for Death Angel, but he's continuing to build drones behind this, so it doesn't look like a lot of early pressure.
Yep, and Death Angel, who's I'm gonna mess that up later. I'm calling it now, but does have his speed actually significantly earlier started. But due to the fact that neither of these players have Zerglings on the map, roaming or near the other base, really doesn't matter.
Yeah, it's actually really funny. There have been no Zerglings produced yet for either player. Both
I was gonna say, you know, with Speedling and Zerglings outside the other base, you'd be ready to run in and pick up a few drones here and there. But then it's like, oh right, there's no Zerglings on the map anywhere. What? But
we do have WoW 20, so it looks like Death Angel is actually going to commit to this. This could be pretty hard for Roof to defend. He just needs to scout it in time. He does have a spine up, he can block the ramp with 2 queens, and he does have a Baneling Nest going to complete in time to morph a couple in at the top of the map.
Positioning on those queens will be key, though. He has got to keep close to the bottom so that he can be immune to the spine crawler.
Roof is going for mutas, and this could actually cost him because he just dumped 100.
Oh, and he sees those Zerglings running by too. That Overlord's in position, and there's a lot of Banelings morphing outside the base.
Here comes the queen.
And yeah, actually, Roof opting to morph in a couple defensive Banelings now too. Of course, all he does need is 1 or 2 good Baneling hits to completely hold off this army. But the queens are actually out of position, and he's going to lose those Banelings before they hatch, and the drone's being pulled.
No.
Banelings coming to go straight for the middle line.
So unfortunate.
Queens picking up 1 or 2, but oh no, the explosions! Wasting them on a drone. Very nice control there. Actually, 3. Completely wasted Banelings, but Roof, it's going to be hard for him to get back into this. Losing more Circlings to that, trying to fight off a little Leadstar with the drones. Drones, of course, very strong fighters this early in the game. But are met with even more Zerglings, and this is so unfortunate for Roof. He just doesn't have anything on the map to deal with this. GG.
So very
And,
fast game one on Daybreak there.
like I said, they're either a skillful games, part of my English, or they're over very quickly, as we just saw.
Yeah. I'm kind of interested to see what what Roof's pick for the second map will be. Will it be Belshir again? I don't know. If you lost to early aggression on a map like that, you kind of have to. It screws up with your mind a little bit. You're hesitant to play a macro game going forward, but you also don't want to get behind if your opponent does opt for a 15 hatch. Let's see. Trying to find an update on that series, that second series between Belief and SYZ.
I have a friend watching right now who says I need to make this picture my Facebook picture.
Still no result. Oh wow, and he lost in Antigua. Interesting. So let me just go ahead and get an update from Roof there. Bam. Alright, we should be getting underway into the next game relatively soon.
Hey Panda.
Yep.
How does Moses make his tea?
No idea.
He brews it.
Oh. Man, you.
What? No love for the corny?
You. It was actually... Roof was watching the replay quickly.
I wouldn't blame him.
To see what was up, yeah.
The timings were only just slightly off to give him that huge advantage. Talking about Death Angel, of course. And if I was Roof, the first thing I would want to do is see what exactly I missed.
So yeah, Death Angel, and he had economy behind that too. It was a timing that he hit where it was a nice balance between like early probes and or early drones and putting some pressure on.
Early probes, man.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go. Got my invite.
Yep, I'm in.
Oh, we're all here, so never mind. Gonna say.
Okay, doke. Looks like Roof will be opting for the colored red this game so far.
Hopefully he doesn't change that on you as the game starts, though, of course.
Alright.
Death Angel retaining his green should be very nice for you to deal with.
Yeah, definitely. Nice to cast too. Alright, let's see.
And of course, game 2 will be on Cloud Kingdom for anyone who cannot see/read.
Yeah. I don't know, this is a pretty fun map for ZVZ. Oftentimes, the Ling Bane phase extends for quite a long time. You don't see as much Mutaplay. I'm kind of curious to see if Roof will continue to go for Mutatech, as that, like, Spire plus his additional geyser timing was 100% Muta. If it wasn't, like, I would just retire as a commentator.
Yeah, well, if he had been able to hold that off, and it would have been very difficult, of course, those mutas would have won him the game, so it is that
definitely.
Very, very big gamble. But starting in the top right corner of the map, we have Isahara Death, aka Death Angel, playing with the Green Zerg.
Yep, his opponent down here in the bottom left-hand corner of the map. Across from him, we have Blast's Roof, spawning as the Red Zerg. So, the same, like, it's a two-player map, yes, you obviously know where your opponent's going to spawn, but it's kind of the same way that Daybreak plays out. You can really go for that hatch first, you can really go for that, like, no gas expand, and then get gas behind it. As long as you have a defensive mainland nest up in time, you can defend a lot of those timings. It was really just not getting that second queen into hold position soon enough, and losing those 3 banelings cost him the game.
Yeah, but I mean, for Death Angel's part, he lost a lot of banelings carelessly to stupid things.
Yeah.
And, a lot of his Zerglings were eaten up by the queens. It's just, both players didn't play that perfectly, but one played less perfectly than the other.
Definitely.
Meanwhile, of course, we had the extractor trick going on from Death Angel's camp. Trying to get those extra drones pumping out as soon as he can.
Yeah, here we go. Both opting for a hatch first. Nice. So maybe...
I like that choice. Like, just choosing to stick to his guns. He's not getting, like, set off by the fact that that game was kind of just weird and caught him off guard.
Yeah.
And saying, you know what? Okay, maybe he won't do it again.
I like.
Or if he does, I'll be better prepared for it. Sorry, didn't mean to.
No problem. I'd really like for it to extend to 3 bases this game. Because like once you enter the roach phase, it's rather difficult to get a timing in position to actually deal damage to your opponent when he's not out on the map. It's very difficult to be the aggressor with a choke this small. It's only 9 blocks wide, and a couple spine crawlers can really aid you as a defender. So you see a lot of players going to take relatively fast their bases. Considering the matchup too, it's not like, hey, I'm going to take a 4-minute third like ZDP, no. It's a little bit later than that, but you already have speed underway, you have enough banelings to be able to defend any possible excess gas that can be used to make more, stuff like that. So I don't know, we'll see how this evolves.
Yeah, just to talk a bit about the wall and the grid, it's funny, we've seen so many times on maps like this where Zerg will go for that sort of 2 Evil Chamber Roach wall off, but it actually ends up biting him in the butt at the end of the game.
Yeah. And just another shout out while we have a little bit of lull in the action here. This is all being sponsored by PokerStrategy.com. If you would be so kind, if you have any inkling at all to possibly learn poker in the future, PokerStrategy.com is definitely the site to do it. They also host a bunch of tournaments, possible $50 free in your bankroll to start playing, so there's no credit card obligation, you don't have to drop any money of your own. That's just www.pokerstrategy.com/esports. Is the page for SYZ. You can learn a little bit more as well as sign up. There's also a banner link down below our video player on the Twitch page, as well as in the tournament page under tournament info. So they're awesome for giving us these great games, and $1,000 a month prize pool for the monthly finals.
Yeah, be sure to check it out, guys. PokerStrategy.com. I want like some sort of jingle to have, just to play like right after.
Yeah.
PokerStrategy.com.
Yeah. what is that? I'm trying to think. Oh, Expedia.
I don't even know. Oh, Expedia, there you go.
So
don't infringe, man. I just made that up off the top of my head. What are you talking about?
Jeez, double Evo Chamber coming down here for Death Angel. This is really interesting.
Yeah, and in the back of the base too, so not even strategically placed to really provide any walling.
I really want to see what's going up here. We do have a Baneling Nest on the way here from Roof, and...
Well... He's starting his carapace early, and in a Zergling versus Zergling battle, that +1 could make a huge difference, especially if you're microing your links correctly.
Yeah, a lot of players are opting for carapace first now in ZVZ and ZVT. We do have 5 Banelings being morphed in here from Roof, and he is looking to possibly be aggressive on the map, but there hasn't been a mass Zergling wave coming on. We do have 14 Lings recently in production for Death Angel that are now streaming across the map, but yeah, here comes the second wave of Lings.
Yeah, there are several Banelings here ready to meet him. Roof just saying like, alright, buddy. Not happening twice. I feel like that's second Spine Crawler morphing in here too. With those queens, there's just no way Roof's really going to lose his space this early.
He just got 7 kills on a Baneling for Zerglings.
But he is, even though with all this production he's got out, he's still behind on drones. Death Angel, of course, has almost a 10 worker lead over him at this point.
Nice. And we do see a layer coming down now from Roof. I don't know. This is a little bit late to be Muta, but it can definitely still be. He needed to spend a lot of gas early on to get those Banelings for defense. Oh my gosh.
And Death Angel really doesn't have much to defend with.
There's no Baneling Nest.
Yeah, clean up these Zerglings, just run straight to the main. Oh, but that's Spine Crawler finishing in time. Very nice. And that was a great block on the ramp, by the way. If Roof had managed to run up there, he would have done so much damage on that mineral line. All those Zerglings did a great job of clumping up on that ramp. Because the last thing Death Angel wants is to lose all of his workers.
Yep. Layer on the way for Death Angel as well. 1-1 is nearly complete here, and we do have a couple Zerglings on the way.
There's like one covert Baneling.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, through the middle of the map. Curious to see what he's going to do, but we do have a big run-in of Zerglings going straight for the main of Roof.
Yeah, these 2 Spine Crawlers with this Zergling force will be able to clean that up. With
Check out that Baneling again. I guess the thing about this Baneling is it's a good scout, because if they pick it off, you're going to lose what to pick it off with. And oh my gosh! Are they going to catch lots of Zerglings? No, not quite all of them. That Carapace actually coming into play right there. I saw this Zergling survive with less than like 3 health. Actually, wow, that Carapace made such a big difference, because now it's going to take 2 Banelings to kill the Zerglings instead of 1, and that is expensive.
That was so nice timing-wise there by Death Angel.
I thought
he would have lost so many Zerglings.
Yeah, I was thinking like he's crazy to be running in there with that. He's got to know better, but that's that Carapace, man.
We do have a Spire coming down here behind this Link aggression, and after scouting that third, he wants to try and deny it. 3 Banelings moving forward, he's going to be able to get a pretty decent trade here, and Death Angel's in a bit of a bind.
Yeah, Roof has so many more Zerglings out in the field right now, and Death Angel is producing more, but I mean, they're going to be out a little too late. Nope, never mind. Roof is retreating out of that. Thought he was just going to go in hard and try to take out what Zerglings there were in the field.
He has 10 mutas coming down behind this. It doesn't matter how many Zerglings you have on the field, you won't be able to deal with that amount of mutas. Nice zoning here. He's going to be able to pick off this queen most likely too. Unfortunately, wasn't the most cost-effective trade there in the end for Roof, but he did what he needed to do. He forced a lot of larvae on Zerglings. And his opponent right now, he does have Evo Chambers up, so he can definitely afford to get some spores.
He has to scout that Spire, though, because you don't want to put the spores down too late.
Yeah, once the
mutas are hatching it now, and just barely. If those Zerglings go back, they'll see them. Actually, they might just get picked off here. Nope, mutas option, just say forget it, go straight across the map. Not wasting my time with the Zerglings.
This third is going to fall for Roof, though. That's huge by Death Angel. That evens it up.
Meanwhile, all these mutas are moving into position, and one hatchery for probably going to be more than just one hatchery here. Death Angel's going to lose a lot to these mutas.
He does have an infestation pit finished, but it won't have pathogen glands complete in near enough time. 6 spore crawlers are being made right now. Another queen is coming down into the natural, but he's losing
so many workers. Yeah, 8 killed at this point. A couple more coming off here too. Carapace actually helping a lot because mutas, of course, don't have high damage. But with those 4 crawlers down, he's going to be driven off. Really nice here by Death Angel. He should have lost so much more than he did, but he did a great job of holding. Meanwhile, the third of Death Angel actually didn't even see all the Zerglings. Might go down here with the 1 Spore Crawler that's nearly dead. These mutas should be able to move in and clean up whatever's here without too much opposition. Ooh, even picking up some Overlords. Very nice. That Spore Crawler, though, I'm surprised he's not opting to finish it.
Yeah, there we go. Alright, so this third will most likely fall again.
Yeah, so trading base is actually kind of hilarious there. Infestor's on the way here for Death Angel. This will be great for cleaning up his mutas.
We do have a little bit of engagement here, the natural of Roof. It will go by without any damage really being dealt there by Death Angel. 3 more mutas on the way. His muta count's getting pretty high. At this point he has 16, 1 more on the way, so... With a couple of infestors spawning now, does he have pathogen glands complete? Yes.
Oh, and those Banelings, so many of them taking out a lot of the Zerglings, but, I mean, Banelings are not really cost-effective units to begin with. And that Carapace is making them do work. Yeah.
Let's see. We do have 12 Lings in production, and... Death Angel is now on 2 base. He's going to commit to this. He has another gas being started up right now. He does have a third in production, but most likely he's going to be spending on the majority of his larvae on units at this point to try and go hit some time.
Roof's going to lose a queen here. The Zergling's not quite paying attention as that Spinecrawler burrows a little too late.
That's unfortunate. Oh, we do have this third being denied again. Nice cancel there by Death Angel, but... How many spores does he actually have in his main? Only 1.
That's the thing. He's spent so much money and drones on spores and trying to keep these mutas at bay, and it's not even effectively doing that. Nice
Funkle,
my god.
Oh.
Beautiful Funkles, back to back. Third one coming in here. Not quite going to kill off these mutas, but they are very, very low.
And there's no more Infestor in production. That's it.
Yeah. Oh no, is he going to lose the Slayer? He can't lose the Slayer. Spore Crawler going down, but... this queen, the queen could transfuse. I'm begging you, queen. There we go, this is transfuse. But did not buy too much health. Losing that layer is huge. Oh my goodness. Meanwhile, we have huge Zergling counterattack from Death Angel storming into the main of Roof. He's caught out of position. But there's so many more Zerglings on Roof's part than there are for Death Angel.
Yeah.
And 2-2 versus 0-0, though, actually helping him clean this army up very quickly. Has to be careful with these Banelings. No, they're losing one little Zergling CS left, and that puts the end of Roof's counterattack, Death Angel's counterattack.
Yeah, his only shot at coming back into this was to do some really heavy 2-based aggression, but he really doesn't have that much energy on his infestors.
And Roof is on 3 bases at this point, and they're all fairly saturated.
And there's one mighty base here for Death Angel. Let's take a look at the income. 30 workers right now, 29 building another. Another hatch.
Oh, okay, never mind. His Swimming Pool did survive. I thought the Mutas picked that off. But I mean, even so, he's supply blocked. He has to spend all that larva, what little larva he has on Overlords, trying to get his drones back up as he reestablishes these bases. But these mutas are just going to come in and do what they've been doing all game and take out that third, take out the main.
Yeah. This is really,
Oh,
really sad.
Mutalisks are such dick units, man. I mean, like, let's be honest. They're not really used effectively. They're just the most annoying air units there are in the game.
We do have a couple changelings coming out here. Nice spread on the mutas there. Baiting a fungal, only really hitting 2 mutas with that, and this third will go down yet again. And
with
come
those
the
roaches, that should be enough to scare Death Angel into a GG.
Yep. He only has 2 fungals. He needs to make it work, but nope. No amount of fungals in the world could stop that push and the economy behind it.
Well, that ties things up. 1-1. Game 3 coming up here, guys. This will be the deciding factor for who wins in the CVZ series.
Yeah, so we are 1-1 in the Poker Strategy Elite Cup. This is the first. It is going to be on Tuesdays and Thursdays from now on. Monthly finals taking place. I don't think we have a date for that quite yet, but Belief is out of a game right now, which makes me think that he lost. Oh, alright, so it went to 3 games. He just lost the last one as... Looks like SYZ went for a Roachling Banal, and yeah.
So our mystery player Belief has been knocked out?
Yes. So this final will be a ZVZ between SYZ and the winner of Roof versus Death Angel.
Oh, we're that close to the finals, are we?
Yep.
Didn't even occur to me. Cool, cool. And the finals, of course, guys, are a best of 5, not a best of 3.
Yeah.
So you get to see some pretty epic action there.
Alright. I'm invited, are you, sir?
I am waiting on my invite.
I suggest you.
Bam!
And where is Yigwin? And Hireling as well. Ooh, shoot. Is Hireling online?
I don't see him in the staff chat. I don't see Yangwin either. Oh wait, there he is.
Wait, where is he?
I just suggested Yangwin.
Oh yeah, but how about Hireling?
I don't see him, no. Oh, there's Hireling.
Alright, there we go.
But Yangwin, hopefully can get in this game.
I messaged him to,
There we go.
Yep. Alright, everything is fine in the world. We have all of our casters here, so...
Yeah, it's a little, I'm used to just dealing with you or myself and getting each other in the game. Have to get 4 people in the games, like, whoa.
Yeah. And really, like, BNet recently has been screwy as far as lobby invites and that stuff go.
Oh, you're gonna have to change colors, by the way, as Death Angel's no longer green.
Yeah, yeah. Sadly.
He's doing it to spite you, man, is what it comes down to.
Pretty much.
While you do that, though, we have Blast Roof spawning as the red Zerg in the bottom right corner of the map.
His opponent,
and,
up in the top left-hand corner of the map, we have Isahara Death Angel. Formerly, formerly Absolute Legends Death Angel, now currently teamless. But he does have a team lined up, so if you're following him on Twitter, then you will know soon enough. I'm sure Reddit and TL will have threads as well.
Yeah, a lot of player team changes going on recently.
Yeah,
I guess everyone's contracts must be coming up right around this time.
Yep. It's that time. It's that time of the year, and
The summer signings.
Stefano's contract is actually coming up in August, so expect some sort of I don't even know, some sort of speculation. Or oh, Nama joined Fnatic. That is awesome. Wait, why do you get rid of Todd and add Nama?
What happened with the whole MMA thing?
Oh, so MMA is now he was demoted to B team. So the Slayers, a lot of Korean teams. This is like all the way back to Brood War, and like in a lot of esports games as well. You have like an A team and a B team. MMA, for those of you following GSTL and stuff, MMA really hasn't been playing all that much for the team leagues. And you say, like, why is that? Ryung's been acing for them a lot recently, especially when there's a TBT, because he's always been this TBT sniper. So you have Boxer basically just saying, hey, you're going to be demoted to the B team, which means that you will not have access to the training house anymore, and you're going to go live at home. When you start to show results again, you're going to come back. And once we feel you're ready for the A team, that's the speculation. It's still all speculation at this point, really. There's been a couple tweets back and forth between pro gamers.
I was listening so intently that you said that was all speculation. It's like, oh, okay, well that's all.
Well, no. There was a article on This Is Game, which usually it's pretty reputable. There are a lot of like one outs and random crap here and there as far as articles go, but I think that this has some backing to it, especially considering his recent results. But yeah, so Nama, I'm actually really excited that Nama joined Fnatic. That's great, but at the cost of Todd, I really don't see. Todd had to have something else lined up because they wouldn't get rid of a player like him. He's been showing very, very good results comparatively to a lot of other foreign Protosses recently. So, but congrats to Nama as he is on Fnatic.
Yeah, and of course, while we've been talking about this, pretty standard Zerg stuff going on here with the 15 hatches, early spawning pools. I think both these players are just ready for the volatility and the capacity that the other has.
Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised to see continued gas mining and a defensive Baneling Nest coming down here for both players. If Roof went Mutas on a map like Cloud Kingdom, he could definitely choose not to do it on Antigua based on metagame. But if you're going to go Mutas on a map, Antigua is like one of the last ones in the map on a lot of tournament map pools that is really, really, really common to see Mutas. It's really easy to be able to deny your opponent's third, or snipe drones at the main. It's just, you spread it out so long of a distance, and it's very, very difficult for a Zerg player to be able to defend that, especially with a unit like Hydras or Infestors. They're pretty fast on creep, but still, like, transferring between bases, very, very difficult. Let's see.
And that Overlord, of course, escaping because they're so fast now, they don't have to worry about getting picked off by Queens or Marines or anything. They can hit the air early.
Yep. And let's take a look. Worker count, a little bit of a lead for Death Angel right now, but that'll most likely even out. We do have a defensive Baneling Nest on the way here for our red Zerg, and Death Angel has not quite hit 100 gas yet for speed, but it looks like he's going to continue to mine to get a Baneling Nest up of his own. We do have a Spinecrawler coming down here from Roof as well. Whether he wants to be aggressive with these Banelings or not, we'll see in time.
Yeah, and actually that's kind of cool positioning on the Baneling Nest because typically the Overlords are going to be watching the gas at the back of the base, and that Baneling Nest is just barely out of vision.
Oh, we do have 3 gas coming down here as well as a layer, so this will be Mutas from Death Angel. We'll see if Roof will be able to scout this. I don't know.
Yeah, I like the idea of turning the tides on him too.
Yeah,
it's like,
definitely.
Well, you just use Mutas? Well, guess what?
Roof, it has to be something that he's prepared for in the back of his mind on a map like Antigua, so we'll see how proactive he is with getting that Evo Chamber down, with trying to scout layer timings, stuff like that. We do have a couple Lings trying to scout, but making their way back across the map, but there are a fair amount of Lings on the way for Roof.
Yeah, 2-to-1 ratio, 20-9.
This is the exact same thing that happened to Roof in Game 1.
Yeah, it's like you said too, it doesn't matter how great your late game / mid game is, if you can't hold off the early game, that's a lot of Banelings, Marfian. 9 Banelings on the way will be able to make quick work of not only the... Oh, we have a lot of counter Banelings coming in. 9 for each player. This is exactly what I was talking about before, where it's going to come down to who's got the better Baneling control. Doesn't matter when you're on defense or offense, Baneling control is going to make and break this game.
Oh, man.
Ooh, 3 Banelings for I believe 5 Banelings. Good trade.
Oh, no.
But equally good trade for Death Angel.
Poor trade there.
Both players down to almost no Banelings each. 1 left for Death Angel. Actually puts him in a really nice position.
He's just going to run by into the main.
Oh, Zerglings. No, opted to kill the Queen instead.
Nice split there.
For the main.
Very nice split.
Wow, just going to wreak havoc here. These drones, of course, could kill off a couple, but hold position Zerglings are very nasty to try and deal with.
Yeah, there are 30 Lings out for Roof right now to the 15 of his opponent. He does have 2 Spines in position, And
Yeah,
it looks
opting
like
to
this will
retreat.
get
Very
cleaned
nice
up.
hold there. Great hold there on Death Angel's part.
Yeah, very, very well done.
I like that he chose to retreat the drones too, instead of fighting with them.
Yeah.
They can, of course, do damage to Zerglings, but not a lot. And let's see, worker kills at that point. 5 workers killed only, so, I mean, 5 is a lot, but not that many, especially this early in the game.
And the Spire is nearing completion too. He did get a scout off on that though, so I'm actually kind of surprised that there's no Evo Chamber coming down.
And we're going to see a counterattack here. Zerglings swarming in here. And Bailey swarming in, but, I mean, both these players doing a great job of just deterring that Zergling aggression.
Yeah, so he
Early
did...
games, ugh.
I'm looking at Roof's vision, and he did scout the Spire, but he's really making no attempt to try and deal... Now we do have an Evo Chamber coming down. And there's not that many minerals on the for Death Angel right now, so he's really only going to be able to get 3, maybe 5 mutas for this first wave. 1 or 2 Evo Chambers should be able to defend this, and there's an Infestation Pit on the way as well. Nice bandling control there by Roof. Keeping him alive, and we do have 7 mutas on the way, total.
Yep. And without that 1 Carapace upgrade early on, these Zerglings are really just... Oh, nice. Catching that 1 Baneling with the 1 Zergling is exactly what he wanted to do.
Yeah, definitely. And we do have a Roach Warren coming down as well, so with this 3rd base in production here by Death Angel, that's really all he wants the mutas to accomplish, is to secure map control and to be able to secure this 3rd base. Most likely he's going to deny a lot of vision here from his opponent in terms of these Overlord Scouts right here. And as long as he can deny his opponents from having this 3rd base, and he survives any all-in attempt by Roof, he's going to be in such a good spot.
Yeah, and vision, supply, minerals, larva, I mean, getting a bunch of free Overlord kills is always a good thing.
Yeah.
And wow, that's a lot of Mulisks on the field. 12 currently, with another one morphing in. Infestors coming out for Roof, though, those should actually be out in time to be able to deal with this.
Yeah, most likely. We do have actually Flyer Carapace on the way here for Death Angel. That's the kind of go-to upgrade in ZVZ, as opposed to ZVT, where you want to get that +1 to try and minimize the amount of shots it takes to kill workers. Pathogen plans will be complete.
Spore Crawlers are down to the main, so it's not going to be a lot of run-bys. They'll pick up a couple free units without question, but these Mutalisks will not be able to do big damage.
Yeah.
And, having that 3rd base over his opponent, really going to help him a lot here as we transition into the mid/late game. Well, I should say /late game. It's not quite there yet, but...
Yeah. It was actually, I think it was Artosis talking about it the other day. The timings of late game coming in from like the early beta days to now, late game can start in some matchups at like 14 minutes.
Yeah.
Whereas it used to be 1 base forever.
Well, it just depends on where your tech's at, really. I mean, late game is when the players decide late game is. There is no set 20 minutes is the late game type thing.
So right now, with Roof securing his 3rd base, I don't know. He really just doesn't have... he's behind in both armory and drones, and it's something you never want to be in a spot like that in a mirror matchup ever, regardless if it's PvP, TBT, or ZVZ.
Yeah, but the advantage of those infestors is just...
Yeah.
It's crazy, especially with the fact that, you know, okay, so energy is free.
Take a look at the worker count right now.
Oh, hang on, can't do that because Mutas are about to hit the 3rd here. Oh, never mind, they are opted to back out instead.
We do have a Hydra Den coming down for, actually Death Angel right now. I thought that was going to be for Roof, but he's getting +1 missile. Yeah, right?
72 to 46 workers.
Yeah. It's a huge advantage by Death Angel, and his economy is just skyrocketing in comparison. Additionally, because he got those 5th and 6th geysers up already. Hydra range is in production right now, and I'd imagine he's just going to try and hit a timing as soon as he gets Hydra range complete.
Actually, wow, a couple more drones and he'll double the economy of Roof.
Yeah. I'd imagine that, yeah, here we go. So he's making a couple drones right now to try and saturate this 3rd base, but he's only made 7. So that's still going to put him like 20 workers behind. And his opponent is just, despite the fact that he doesn't have Infestation Pit tech up yet, he has Mutas, he has Roaches, he has Hydras, and he has a lot of gas to invest in Hydras because he doesn't have an Infestation Pit, because he doesn't have that Spire. Or wait, he has a Spire. Derp.
Hydras are, of course, such big DPS units. I mean, their DPS is so high, it's hard to deal with them.
Yeah. Fungal is really going to be his only shot with that. He will have upgrade advantage over his opponent. He has +2 missile attacks nearing completion here. I like this base. Unfortunately, it will get scouted. However, the army of his opponent is just coming out here to deny it. And that is a lot of roaches.
This is almost a, I don't know, I guess you want to call it a proxy hatcher almost. It's a proxy base, to say the least, but...
It's very difficult to take a 4th base on this map. Most likely you see this as the most common location, possibly this. But something like this works as well. As long as you can maintain map control, and this is a large army.
Ooh, that's a lot of roaches, yeah. With, how many is that? 30 on the field with 13 Mutalisks.
It's really going to come down to these fungals. And, oh man, pulling his army out of a position and then moving forward to take out the spores or the spines.
Oh, but all this the infestors are in the front and they're getting picked off by those roaches.
Yeah.
Getting off a couple of fungals, but losing infestors like that, you can't afford that. Of course, Hydra's in the back doing nice damage.
That was great by Roof there. That was a really good engagement. You got fungals off on everything.
Yeah, he's still got some fungals left over for the mutas, and Death Angel saw that and he's forced to pull back. But dude, Roof, I gotta give it to him. I thought he was going to lose all those infestors. He didn't notice it. He pulled them. Those fungals were just unquestionably the best fungals he could have gotten.
And he does have Burrow complete as well. So his opponent, he does have an Overseer with the army, great. But this counterattack is kind of really going to decide the game, in my opinion.
Yeah, Mutalisks are actually coming from behind, picking off a couple roaches here and there. Queens are in the middle of the map. Those are going to go down fairly quickly. Full energy, too. Very unfortunate to lose a full energy queen. That's a lot of transfuses. But he's maintaining the other one, and the Mutalisks are forced to retreat.
I still really like Death Angel's position in the game right now. As +2 missile attacks is going to be complete, he's nearing up on upgrades. Carapace has already been started for him as well. He just needs infestors on the map. He doesn't quite have an infestation pit. He's spending gas on a lot of other things, as well as getting that macro hatchery up finally. Both players are, actually. Couple of infestors down here trying to pick off the base with infested Terran. We do have a little bit of roach response, but actually no, this is from Roof, so we will be able to get this hatch. Nice.
Dude, roaches are like 99% black.
Yeah.
Doesn't
and
matter
then there's just a little bit of color. Yeah. Death Angel moving in again here. A little bit of a better concave, but very nice.
His army is too split.
Oh no!
Those mutas realizing that there's almost no energy left for fungals coming from behind, trying to pick off those infestors.
Oh, that was very well played there by Death Angel. Pulling the infestors back, sniping off a couple of them, and then moving forward with his army of roaches. Roof's still able to hold.
And actually, all of his mutas are down at this point. Sorry, 3 left, but they're both very low and going to go down to the queen, actually. And that was some great... He attempted to bait out all the fungals with the roaches. He got most of them. I think only 2 had energy when he finally brought his mutas in. And that was great play. Overseer picking off a couple of roaches.
We have pneumatized Carapace on the way here for Roof. OB speed, well, whether he's going to commit to Ventral Sacs as well, we don't know.
Ooh, using one
fungal. Oh, and it doesn't kill the Muta.
We'll be forced to use another or something. Otherwise, there we go.
Wow, that lone troll Muta.
That one troll Muta, though, did
work.
more effectiveness than every other Muta that was with it before.
Yeah. So Death Angel's been really inefficient here with his engagements. I really hope he can get a solid one.
Yeah, he's just throwing his army at Roof again and again, not like basically just moving and hoping he wins.
Yeah. Let's see.
And meanwhile, Roof does have his 3rd fully situated, saturated, and spine guarded.
Oh, that was funny.
Oh wow, I just realized that there is gold in the middle of the map. I'm so used to this map not having any gold on it.
The MLG version. This tournament you can use MLG, GSL, or ESL.
Oh man, look at this engage here. There's just too many roaches between the fungals. The Hydras aren't going to get to do the damage they want because these roaches are going to live for so long.
Like, Roof has the best engagements of all time. He has this always a solid concave. He gets fungals off on his opponent, and he's killing so many Hydras, which is so much freaking gas.
I can't believe Death Angel doesn't have Infestors to deal with this at this point. That's not one, that's not two, but that's three huge engagements. He's just slammed at his opponent, and those Fungals have pretty much one roof every single one of them.
He's just trying to grind his opponent to the ground, but he keeps being so ineffective with his trades that, I mean, his opponent's long distance mining at this point. He still has a worker advantage by far. Unfortunately, this base was cleaned up by a Roach. This fourth, however, will be established. And Roof is actually coming across the map right now.
Gonna get caught. So will all these drones. Oh no!
Oh, the fungal goes down.
The Fungals.
Oh
and,
my gosh,
wow,
those
drones
drones
can't even take hits. Unfortunately, if those drones were at least taking hits, that'd be great. But Roof just pressuring on those roaches.
And now with the 60 supply advantage and army size, this looks to be going.
Yeah, Death Angel trying to get around here, but Roof will absolutely not let him. Those gold minerals are mine. Stay away.
Yeah. Really unfortunate here. Death Angel had a nearly insurmountable lead, and through 3 really poor engagements, as well as delaying his Infestor tech, it really cost him. But now Death Angel will get a very, very nice concave.
And lots of Terrans coming down on top of this. Without any Hydras to back up the DPS, these Roaches just don't have the damage to clean this up. And Roof's just going to swarm in through the base here. And, wow, Death Angel doesn't even have that much larva to reproduce at this point. He's really bare bones at this stage of the game. As Roof is pushing into the base. Oh, so many Infestors, so many Roaches still alive. A couple of Hydralisks, but they're not going to do what they need to do. This is so unfortunate. There's the GG.
Really well played by Roof there. I did not think he would take it. It was really kind of Death Angel lost it equally to Roof playing very, very, very well.
And that sends Roof to the finals, I do believe.
Indeed. So he will advance to play versus Blast SYZ, who took out his opponent 2-1 in the semifinals. So, yeah. While we were waiting for that last game to get set up...
hang on, it's SYZ, right?
Yeah. Pretty funny, these two are actually teammates, so it'll be interesting to see... how their play differs from that constant practicing together, stuff like that, going through strategies and the like. But let me go ahead and swap out this. When we get an invite, let me know. All right, so
yes, sir.
This entire tournament is being sponsored by PokerStrategy.com. These will take place on Tuesday as well as Thursday. If you are on the tournament site at Zeek TV, you can go ahead and click this link right here. Alright, and this will bring you to PokerStrategy.com/esports. You can sign up for here. It's completely free, 100%. You don't have to add any credit cards, stuff like that. As long as you pass their poker quiz after you sign up, you get $50 free in your bankroll. And you can go ahead and play with that, test your skills in their free work tournaments and the like. They also give you so much knowledge. They have a little bit of a starter packet for you to get started learning poker if you have limited experience. If you don't have any experience, that's kind of Poker Strategy's gig. They really just make it easy for you to learn how to play, more so than a lot of other poker strategy sites out there, or poker sites out there.
Yeah, they're more about the knowledge than they are the actual playing.
Yeah.
Like, I think that if you walked away from that website with a little more poker knowledge and they didn't gain $1 off you, they'd be perfectly happy because they're awesome like that. I mean, besides no credit card obligation, it doesn't get much better than that.
Yeah, definitely. And if you want to support them, just sign up. They love it. And hey man, you're doing something for esports. They sponsored Home Strikeout 4, TSL 3, Grubby TLO Show Match, White Raw, Feast Cheth, Minigun versus Targa. They are all over esports, putting a lot of money in to make it to make the scene better. A lot of tournaments. This is going to really bring a lot of really, really solid players. Unfortunately, we didn't get a match with Cass as he signed up today. He actually got eliminated the first round. A little bit.
Yeah, really shocking when stuff like that happens.
Oh, Kiri, just join my lobby.
They having issues with invites?
No, they're safe. Okay. Lol.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well then. So Blast v Blast.
Yeah, Boss v Blast. Like, SYZ is a really, really solid player, but Roof is equally skilled. Roof is German. I'm not actually sure where SYZ hails from.
Hang on, I'm confused. This guy's asking if the Nazgul run poker strat.
No,
Like from Lord of the
no,
Rings.
no. Liquid Nazgul, the CEO of
Oh,
Team Liquid.
oh.
Yeah,
Okay. I wasn't quite
brain
sure.
wasn't
Just
quite
kind of
turned off,
random.
turned on there. Yeah, I have moments like that too. All right, let's see.
Well, it's like we hadn't directly mentioned Team Liquid at any point, so it's kind of like could be going for it, but I mean,
Oh, so SYZ is Portuguese. I thought so. I just wanted to double check. So we'll have Portugal versus Germany here. Actually, I believe, yeah, Portugal was in Germany's group for for the UEFA group stage. Kind of interesting. Roof asking if everyone's ready, as he's back. First map will be on Daybreak, guys, and this will be a best of 5, not a best of 3.
oh, and my mod icon is back. What the heck is going on?
Oh, I don't see it.
Oh, what is it mine? And I see the little X out ban people icons coming up too.
Well, you're just special then.
Yeah, it looks like my chat is fixed. Deal with it. I really wish our chat would not be so broken all the time. We should really contact that gun run guy and be like, hey, take a look, please.
Yeah.
And Blast and SYZ are both ready to go. Not sure what we're waiting on.
Roof, you should press it.
The Germans. They want to get started.
Yeah.
Alright, there we go. Here comes the countdown. Game 1 in this best of 5 is on Daybreak. And, ooh, did I not? Okay, I did update the name. Never mind.
I'm just gonna go ahead and update the overlay. While you introduce the players.
Yes, sir. Starting in the top right corner of the map, we have the red Zerg Blast Roof versus his opponent and teammate, Blast SYZ, playing the blue Zerg.
Yep.
And as we've seen before, these can be some very volatile matchups. If both these players make it past the Zergling Baneling phase, we'll see some definitely cool play out of both these players, to say the least.
Let's see. I don't. On Daybreak, I would still consider hatch first pretty common, but both of these players know each other's playstyles. I've actually never seen these two face each other before. I don't know if this is the first time that they're playing in a tournament setting or not. I would imagine with the amount of dailies that both participate in that this has happened once in a while, as they're both very, very skilled players, getting very deep in a lot of the brackets.
Yeah, you know what? That's a little frustrating. It's not only are you playing against a mirror match, you're playing a mirror match against someone who, as you said, knows your playstyle. So it's really difficult to really outwit your opponent. It just comes down to outplaying them.
Yeah. Continued drone production from both players. We won't see any 10 pulls. Or so this match, at least so far. Maybe in the series. Let's see. I don't...
Yeah, what was it? I think the Korean qualifiers was last... The six pool?
Yeah,
Two times in a row?
Although that was in a ZVT, I think even more rare than 6 pull in ZVZ.
Yeah, it's so much more difficult. Although you could pull the drones bit by bit, do every little thing you can, and just be annoying. But I don't think we'll see that out of these players. They're most likely willing to both play that macro game.
Yeah, and here goes the double hatch first.
Yep.
I wouldn't be surprised to see this actually go into 3 base relatively soon. If there's one map in the pool that's going to dictate that, it's probably going to be Daybreak.
This is hilarious, by the way, how closely their gameplay is, because they both extractor tricked. They both double hatch. They both look spawning pool within milliseconds of each other. Oh man.
We'll see if they continue to align build-wise. We do have a drone making its way over to that extractor to get gas.
Yeah, how crazy would that be to watch them mirror each other's build to the point where the actual engage happens? Look at the extractor. Like, you got to think these guys worked it up beforehand. Like, this is just insanity.
This is a very common Zerg opener. However, it seemed like Roof in his prior games tended to delay his gas a little bit more than he has in this match. So.
Yeah, I'm really just waiting for that point where they finally deviate. I mean, like, granted, it's a common opener. To be a common opener with this precise of timings, like this is them practicing this build time and time again.
Yeah.
You know, you have double queens, double drones.
I'm kind of interested to see if Roof will opt for mutas on this map. Daybreak's a really, really good map for mutas. From what I've seen so far of SYZ's play, he likes to go for Infestor rather than Muta in the majority of the time. Where Roof kind of leans the other way. Those are the two like major tech choices you can see in this matchup. We do have link speed starting for both players, and
that Overlord deviation was the first small difference in the game, but it's only by a few seconds.
yeah.
So not even that big of a deal. I'm really trying to just jump on whatever happens differently here. It's like, aha, he went Baelings, he didn't. Whoa. Actually, he did go Zerglings, though.
Yeah, alright. So first two Zerglings are making their way onto the map. We do have a Spine Crawler as well here coming from SYZ. And Baneling Nest all the way from Roof. Alright. Yeah, we do have continued gas mining from both players. However, it looks like Roof actually took his... Let's see. Yeah, Roof took his drones off of gas for a little bit there. We do see a Baneling Nest from SYZ. Most likely this is actually going to be some sort of forward aggression. Oh no, we do have another gas coming up. Could this be mutas? We'll see when it gets to 100 gas and he starts a layer. Bam. Alright, yeah.
Yep, there's the layer.
And there's gas 3 and 4. So we will be seeing mutas out here from SYZ. Whether his opponent will reciprocate or not, we have yet to find out. That's Zergling getting picked off. That queen range buff.
Oh man, I hope... I'm trying to get my mouth shut, my stomach's starting to growl a bit.
Yeah, I literally right before we started. Yeah, here comes the aggression by Roof. And I wouldn't be surprised to see him go for pretty heavy amount of banelings. Like
yeah,
5, 6 plus.
And all he's got to do is walk those into the mineral line. The rest of these Zerglings just can do whatever.
Yeah, now he sees the banelings. He has to know what's up. And
I love this. He kind of, it's like Roof took a little bit of a note from the game he played against Dark Angel, or Death Angel, or whatever. Wow!
That was it!
So many feelings on both sides, just all gone. That was, oh, that was so terrible.
Roof has to be feeling bad about that. He just lost 6 banelings for 3. Oh man.
And both players are just pumping Zerglings at this point. However, Blast SYZ is finally starting to Spire, and if he could hold off long enough, this is going to win him the game.
And he will. Look at how many Zerglings he has on the field. And he's continuing to mine gas through all of this.
And Banelings are morphing on top of this.
Yeah. As well as the Spine Crawler. Took very, very little damage.
Wow, I can't believe that, though. What a crazy engagement. And there's... Oh, no! More Banelings being wasted. Oh, he's trying to catch these Zerglings. Just Banelings so behind.
Nice.
Nice. Very nice. Opting to kill the Banelings for Banelings. Canceling them out. Now it just comes to the Zergling cleanup.
He's going to be able to take this.
Yep. All he's got to do is hold it, and he knows it.
So, Roof, what do you do at this point? If you're a Zerg player, your Baneling aggression has failed. Your opponent already has Spire Tech that you have not yet scouted.
As it's a scout, yeah, he has no idea. He probably thinks there's just going to be this Zergling war that's going to continue. And
so more Banelings are being morphed in, though.
He can't be caught out of position here.
See if he could still make this work.
Ooh, 4 Banelings, though. No!
Oh, man.
5. He's still got 3 more on the way for Roof, though. That's very dangerous to deal with, because his Zerglings are all out of position, going for the base of Roof.
Oh, but here come the mutas. As long as he doesn't lose too many drones with this, the mutas will be able to clean up. However, they're still about 20 seconds away.
Actually, he lost very few drones. There are 5 drones for 2 Banelings.
Oh, look at these Zerglings in the natural, though. They're doing work.
Yeah, and it looks like... Ooh, I don't know what happened. I guess SYZ's Zerglings got cleaned up. I don't see them in the map anymore.
They were by the 3rd base. He's actually opting to run by into his opponent's main. Didn't do that much damage.
Yeah, those mutas are going to have a hard time cleaning these up because there's just not enough for how many Zerglings are on the field. And meanwhile, Roof is still just continuing to pump while getting his Infestation Pit up. And as we've seen before, Infestation Pit greater than mutas.
Yeah. Oh, and Roof is going into the main base as well.
Oh, cleaning up so many drones, too. How many workers lost at this point? 29! And rising. Oh, there's even more Zerglings coming in. SYZ is going to be so frustrated because he's got a drone behind this.
Yeah, rather unfortunate here. We do have, let's see.
But you know what, there's a lot of mutas up now. 10 mutas on the field, he should be able to go equalize this. 4 crawlers are only just getting started.
Yeah.
Actually, those ones will be finished by the time he gets over there.
Most likely.
But geez, 29 workers killed, that's That's huge.
Looks like he's opting to pick off a couple of Overlords on the way there. His opponent is actually going for 6 Spore Crawlers. He knows that the only way he can possibly lose this game at this point is to fall behind in drone count. And you just can't let that happen. He has a tech advantage over his opponent. As long as mutas don't do that much economy damage, then Roof is in a superb place. He doesn't have a third base yet, but neither does his opponent. And he still has a ridiculous drone lead.
The supply block won't last long. 3 Overlords are about to hatch soon.
Yeah.
And yeah, there's actually quite a few Banelings here in Roof's base too, ready to defend against these Zergling Swarmins. Oh, but SYZ actually, I think he's going to try to take out the 4 Crawlers. Yeah, if he doesn't do big damage here, he knows it's over. And those fungals on the Banelings.
One so fungal going down the mutas, but he still has a lot left. 9, in fact.
And those Queens with the Transfuses staying alive forever. And walking into the Spore Crawlers, this is going to be the death of SYZ. He's going to lose what little mutas he has.
There's a good game, yeah.
Game 1, 2 Roof.
They were pretty nice Baneling detonations, but he just didn't have enough behind it. He didn't have Zerg count to really make use of that, and trying to pick off the Spore Crawlers, trying to pick off the Queens so that the mutas could do a lot of damage.
Great play, though. Great play.
We
obviously
didn't think that he would come back into that game, but that last attack just caught his opponent off guard, and he made it work.
And it's funny too because obviously haven't followed SYZ to the series, but Roof has definitely had a share of ZVZs up to this point, and it's kind of the day of knowledge, the experience he's gained, like what does and doesn't work, but that all to work for him in the series.
Let's see. I might actually, like, BNet's been bugging the past couple games. Roof hasn't been able to invite me.
Oh, BattleNet, why are you so stable?
Oh,
well, I have Yangwin on reloading, so I can join
just join my game.
Ooh, Blast Tactic. Can we do spectate, I suppose?
Here, I'm suggesting the last couple of players.
Sorry, just typing in Yangwin, trying to get things started. Noisy jackhammer keyboard, I do apologize, guys.
Alright, so there's Highling. Wait, where's Yangwin? Shoot. Join my session.
Trying to get Yangwin in here. I told him to join just look at the score screen.
There we go.
Because SYZ not too happy about the casters.
Alright, so going into game 2 here, the players have not changed color. It makes me happy.
And it will be taking place on Cloud Kingdom in the ZVZ Best of 5 series.
Yep.
Starting in the bottom left-hand corner of the map, we have the Red Zerg Roof.
And his opponent up in the top right-hand corner of the map, currently down 1-0 in the series. This is a best of 5, bear that in mind. It is Blast SYZ.
Blast SYZ.
Yeah. I think some casters call him SYZ, some call him SYZ.
SYZ probably just easier to say.
Yeah.
But once again, guys, it is that time to give a shout out to our sponsors, PokerStrategy.com. They sponsored this tournament. They sponsor a lot of events, and you can catch a lot of them here on ZTV. So make sure to like us, favorite us, subscribe, check us out as we bring you more Poker Strategy tournaments in the future.
Yep, there we go. Seeing a 9 pool.
Ooh,
from Roof.
Yeah, early pool. I like this.
Hatch first is pretty common on this map, and this could really, really screw your opponent if he plays greedy without scouting. Drone scouts are pretty not frequent in this matchup, pretty uncommon.
Well, that's the other thing too is like with SYZ and Roof playing against each other, knowing each other's playstyle. Roof's just playing against his own meta here, where SYZ knows what his opponent will do, so he's probably not gonna bother spreading.
Yeah.
That cockiness is really gonna play against him here if this 9 pull becomes as effective as I think it's going to be.
It was pretty funny. There was an interview recently for Codes Happy versus MVP came on, and so it was a team kill. And in the interview afterwards, MVP said, "Well, I play TVT with Happy quite often, so I just went for builds that he absolutely had no idea."
Just gotta change it up, be completely random.
But,
and yeah, there's that early hatchery. It's 6 Zerglings on the way. 8, sorry, Zerglings on the way. Another one.
Oh, here come the drones too.
All the drones.
He's banking
not all of them.
on his opponent not scouting that hatchery and also going hatch first. So.
Oh man, and that spawning pool is not even going to be close to complete by the time he's in the base.
SYZ does get foreknowledge of this coming though. His pool is so far out. It's going to be very difficult for him to hold. He has to wait until Zerglings are out. But holding that with drones against 8 lings is very, very difficult. Here comes the hatch
canceling the natural, yeah. Yo, the thing too here is both these players actually have fairly work. I mean, the workers will be able to help versus these slow lings. It's going to come down to who can micro better. And oh man, here we go.
Yeah,
drone assault in the base.
Nice.
Oh, I like that. Not just drones, but spines to go with it.
His opponent has a lot of minerals right now for spines, though. Going for a mineral walk there, not getting the best first engagement. He has a couple drones not attacking. Though. Yeah, he just needs to stall.
Oh, getting picked off by these Zerglings. He can stall all he wants, but once those 2 spine crawlers are up, it's going to be so difficult to hold. And he's just losing all sorts of drones at this point. Roof. You beautiful bastard.
Yeah, so it looks like he's going to take this game, barring some miraculous intervention here. He is still mining, guys. Remember that. He has 4 drones at home, continuing to make a couple drones. We actually have 2 lings in production right now.
I don't think SYZ could even out-base race him if he tried, because those 2 spine crawlers.
Yeah. And he has no income right now, too.
Yeah, these last Zerglings are all he's getting out on the map. He's got to wait on just basically larva at this point.
So he is making his way back to his base right now. With a couple Zerglings on the field, he has a better shot at taking this. He's actually doing pretty well as far as this engagement so far, as his opponent's lings were out of position, but right now he just can't take this fight.
He's got to be careful too. He doesn't want to have to deal with these broodlings on top of all these other things. But in the middle of the map, volatile lings just this is just, I can't even comment on it. It's just ridiculous. And that spawning pool goes down, so there'll be no more Zerglings coming out whatsoever. And yeah, Roof just really going to take this game home. Great job playing against your teammates, Meta. I'm going to leave him very sour with you after the game, to say the least.
13 lings to 9 lings right now.
And the hatchery's about to die, and when this goes down, that'll be GG. Yep, GG, man, well played. Hopefully SYZ does know he's still in it. He's not quite out yet. Roof's got to take 1 more game.
Yep. But that puts him at a pretty early 2-0 advantage. And
that is, yeah. That's exactly what you want to do in a best of 5, even in a best of 3 somewhat. Like, when you get that early win, why not go for that quick, that almost cheesy, well, I guess not almost, that was definitely cheesy sort of play, and take another quick victory.
Alright, I got an invite that time. I'm, like, immediately suggest you guys.
I just joined your game as soon as you told me you're in.
Nice. Alright, so Antigua is going to be the next map. Interesting. Alright.
So just Highland, please. Yeah, I gotta wait on Yangling.
Here, I'm going to try and...
Why is he not, like, in this channel, though? That's what I... Oh, Yegwin.
He usually is. I think he restarted his client. There we go. Yeah, SYZ has him added. Alright.
I've been saying Yegwin all day, and I didn't realize it was Yegwin.
It's Yegwin, yeah.
Alright, well here we go, game 3. We'll see what Roof pulls out of his pocket this time. Really though, SYZ back into a corner. If he loses another game, he's down and out. So he's got to play hard.
Yeah, this is for $100. First, second, and third place winners advance to the final table. So that would be $1,000 prize pool.
Yeah, is that a weekly or how's that one work?
It is a monthly. So
monthly, okay.
At the end, all of the previous victors and their associated podium securing brethren will be securing money In addition, I tried, like, I went forward with what I was thinking in my
You're
mind,
going for
and
some,
then it
like,
just took a
Rifkin speed.
wild turn. Um, so they will all be given a little bit of money, as well as the addition to qualify for the final table. I don't think the third and fourth place match will be broadcasted. I'm not 100% sure on that, but I will definitely double check. Let me go ahead and update the scoreboard for you guys.
Yep, and while he does that, spawning in the bottom right corner of the map, the current underdog of this series, SYZ, as the blue Zerg, going for that extraction trick as I introduce him, fighting his opponent, Blast Roof. Ooh, going for a 10 pull up at the top left as the red Zerg.
Yeah, so this is something that can actually, let's see.
Was that
6 pull? Oh,
10
no, 10
pull? Oh, I'll probably ask about last game.
Yeah. Nope, this game is actually a 10 pull.
And this will be, I gotta say, like, if teammates, you gotta be real sour about that, something like that happening, because it's kind of like, oh, come on, you're a teammate. That stuff's not supposed to happen.
Yeah. Hey man, you play to win though, and on a 2-player map like this, he will be able to scout no hatch in time, but will there be a drone pull? Most likely not. It looks like a 1-base baneling play. When you go for a 10 pull, the most common follow-up is with a gas. So we do see 6 Zerglings on the way right now. He's going to have speed at such a fast spot that he'll just overwhelm his opponent with a couple lings. It's going to be before his spine pops, and yeah.
The big problem for SYZ is, like, you think, okay, he just cheesed me. There's no way he's doing it again. He doesn't have a spawning pool start yet. Just starting it now. This is going to be so difficult to hold off again.
And here he's going to scout the lings. And, well, speed has just started. He's going ahead and taking those drones off of gas.
Yeah, not quite wanting to all-in as hard as last time. No spine crawlers coming in with these drones.
Yeah. So but, will there be a hatch cancel?
They're going to get 9 again. But no drones, though. He doesn't quite realize that Roof is actually not in a bad position. He hasn't sacrificed that much to go for this that early. Yeah, SYZ just trying to guess what's going on here. Don't know how he's going to deal with this, because here are the Zerglings. Nothing here to defend against them, chasing everything off the mineral lines, forcing that cancel. Oh man, SYZ with a 600 bank at this point.
I like it though.
What he can.
He has 2 spines coming in. His position in this match is a lot better than last. Unfortunately, he doesn't know that speed is on the way. Hopefully he'll get an Overlord or a Link Scout in, something to see this. If we take a look at the worker count right now, it's 10 to 10.
Yeah, no. 7 workers killed at this point.
He just canceled the spines.
Oh no, he doesn't realize how many more Zerglings are on the way. But the thing is, like, that's 7 workers killed, not to mention 3 larvae used on Zerglings. He's going to be down to drones. He's actually pretty much on par with Roof right now.
Yeah. And as these additional Zerglings clean up, yeah, here we go. This speed scout is
and there's
huge.
The speed.
That means most likely there aren't going to be banelings.
Oh, and the Zerglings are not going to catch up in time to deal with this.
And he doesn't have spines. If he kept those spines, I think the game would have been very, very difficult for Roof to take.
Yeah, and I like this. Not opting to go for the Queen, just going straight for some drones, doing what damage he can. 9 drones dead at this point, so 2 more. And Roof just, he can't overcommit to this.
Nice. Scouting the extractor, only mining 100 gas is huge. It's very nice that SYZ was able to take that. And here comes the hatch, too. His opponent's Overlord, does he scout that? Yes.
I love this because he forced SYZ to play defensive, forced him to use all these things on lanes, and rather than continuing with a big all-in, going for the economy behind it. It's a very great choice. And the Queen is just going to bully those Zerglings away.
Very solid defense there by SYZ. I really like that he was able to cancel the spine crawlers and still make it work for him. I questioned it a little bit, but...
Ooh, I like this transition to Roaches, not opting for Banelings.
Nice.
Of course, Roaches can soak so many Baneling hits too, so
and he's not
either
opting
way...
for speed. So he's banking on this to completely catch his opponent by surprise. He needs a lot of spine crawlers to be able to deal with Roaches. He has speed, but unless you have a very, very high Zergling count, you won't be able to take them on a one-on-one fight.
Oh yeah, you have to be able to surround every Roach fully, and I mean, that's just not possible with how few Zerglings are usually on the map at that point.
Yeah. We do have a Baneling nest on the way here for our German player, and I don't know. If if SYZ clumps up his Roaches a bit, and Roof is able to get off a couple nice Baneling hits, it can definitely be very, very nice for Roof. But there are 5 Roaches here, so most likely he's going to split, regardless. And with his Queen block continuing up on this ramp, it's going to be very, very difficult for...
And Roof, well, I mean, he's droning up behind this. He's already got a spine crawler down. It's not going to be too difficult or really out of the ordinary for him to have even more spine crawlers down once he spots that roach army. Because he's positioned here right outside SYZ's base. And the time it's going to take those roaches to get across the map, he could easily have several more spines down.
Yeah.
It's kind of the waiting game at this point, just to see who's going to do what first.
Alright, so he's waiting for 10 roaches to go. I don't know. He knows his opponent's one basing at this point, so he just has to prepare. Look at this. 3 more spine crawlers coming down. SYZ was in a really good position if he expanded, but unfortunately...
Oh, and this Overlord's going to scout the roach ward here. Actually, it already has.
What?
I don't know when he saw that. He already saw the roach ward at some point.
That is strange. He didn't get his Zergling in. I was watching the ramp the entire time.
Yeah, I don't know. I never checked the vision, but he saw the roach horn, so he knew it was there. And now if for some observer bug thing happened, he knows now because the Overlord walked right into it.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's 3 spines up in the front, repositioning themselves.
I'd love a spine on the high ground too. The creep is just spreading out to that ledge right there.
Yeah, and the roaches and the Zerglings are coming across the map. Roof is opting to pull back, but what he has in his base currently is not enough to deal with this. Really needs a couple more spines. He's got the queens up, but they don't have enough energy to transfuse.
6 banelings now being morphed in. If he can eliminate those lings and target fire the roaches down with the spines, he's going to be in a good spot. But this is a lot of roaches, so...
Yeah, the Zerglings spotted the banelings, pulling them back almost immediately.
He does have 3 queens forward, though, so... Oh, and
yeah,
20
and
more Zerglings in production. He's going to be able to hold this.
Look at the worker numbers, too, on top of this. Like, Roof is in such a good position that even if he lost this initial fight, he'd be able to recover and still be ahead.
Yeah.
Oh, but picking off so many free Zerglings there.
Yeah, as speed has not yet completed for SYZ.
Man, SYZ really behind in this game. Really curious to see what to do to come back. Roof, it's just such a good job of, like, cleaning him up, really.
Yeah.
And here come with many Zerglings. Not enough to deal with these roaches, though, so SYZ really in a good defensive position, because Roof currently can't do anything about it. Meanwhile, we have Hive Lair started here for Roof.
If
and
he
unfortunately,
goes 4 mutas, I would be so happy.
Well, SYZ he's still playing catch up. He's got a drone up. He's got to get the second base situated.
And that's fine.
Yeah, look, it's 40 to 26 drones at this point. This is insanity.
I wouldn't be surprised to see a third base from our red Zerg player as well after he takes on this Overlord. Yeah, there's the
looks like
drone.
he's just going straight for it.
Oh man, he is sitting pretty right now. It's really up to SYZ to push and to try and catch his opponent off guard, force a little bit more production of attacking units instead of drones.
Yeah, it's just getting the Carapace, which would be really nice. I mean, like, they already take such little damage from Zerglings as is. You put +1 armor on them, and it's just like, get away from me, you guys are annoying.
Yeah. Carapace is great on roaches early on, and there's the Spire tech. I love you, Roof. He's playing out the series really well so far. He didn't overcommit to that. He started to drone up after he realized that his opponent would be adequate, has adequate defense to be able to deal with that early 10 pull speed. And we do have a changeling coming down here.
Ooh.
He's
got a nice...
Wow.
Sorry.
No, let's go ahead.
He's got a really nice gas miss saved up here, too, so as soon as the Spire's done, he's going to be like 10 meters on the map instantly.
I was just noting that his opponent really didn't pick off the changeling quite yet. That might cost him.
Oh, yeah, and the Overseer's going to scatter, too, so that Spire is common knowledge at this point.
Yep.
We don't see too much reactionary stuff coming out of him, though.
He already has Evo chambers down. Yeah, there's the Hydralisk done. I would expect to see maybe 3-4 spore crawlers coming down. He doesn't have a third base up yet, so he doesn't really need to overinvest in spores. There's a lot of creep spread from him, though.
Look at the front of Roof's base. There's a lot of spine crawlers.
Yeah. This is kind of the way Hyun plays on Antigua. Hyun, man, if you want to learn how to play ZBZ,
yeah, curiously, actually, Roof now investing in a roach war too.
This is going to be a pretty standard follow-up to mutas. As it only costs minerals for the production of the actual building, he can continue to go muta production and always have that safety net in case. So
yeah, but he is going to be down tech should he opt to actually fight with it.
Yeah, oh, definitely. As Hydra range is now being researched and Roach move speed is already finished for his opponent. And this creep spread is going to help Hydras so much.
Yeah, and actually the drone count's been kind of equalized while we've been talking about all this stuff.
So here we go. Moving across the map with the mutas. There are spores in place to deal with this. They will be finished. Unfortunately, only one queen in the main here.
Yeah, and you know, Roof's biggest advantage he has going for him is that third. SYZ really nowhere close to getting third up. Oh, there it is, that transfuse. Very nice. Just spamming it on the Spore Crawler, but it does go down. Hydras are down in the fight though. Roof's going to be forced to pull back.
SYZ is playing this out beautifully. If we take a look at the worker count though, that's his biggest disparity. 65 to 43. He's been able to hold, but look how much it's tarnished his economy.
Yeah. And neither player with a macro hatch at this point either. Both can really use the larva.
Yeah. Losing 3 meters there for pretty much nothing. Roof will be able to scout this third base of his opponent, but the creep spread here will make a defense pretty easy. We have 4 more Hydras in production right now.
Oh, and there goes the speed link straight to the third. Hydra's moving in, opting to pull back.
That is a lot of Roaches and Hydras. He's going to forfeit all these slings.
But, oh, he does force to cancel. And kills the drone. There won't be another one over there anytime soon.
That was worth it.
Oh, meanwhile, Muta's heading back towards the main. There has been only... Oh, actually, there's still only one Spore Crawler there.
Yeah. He's not opting to continue with Muta production, which I really like. This is something that Bly does in a lot of the ZBZs. He's just going for the Hive Tech. He's going for that Pathogen Glands. He's starting to get all of his... oh,
and those infestors are going to be just such a big deal on this next engage. As we saw before, like, you get equal numbers, somewhat equal tech, but infestors make and break the fight.
Yeah, definitely. That Spine Crawler wall. How many do we have on the map right now? 14, actually no, 13, sorry, my bad.
Ooh, Blast doesn't have any knowledge of the infestation bit, by the way, or anything of the natural.
SYZ, let's see. Yeah, his knowledge is very, very limited.
And, ooh, if that gold gets established, it'll be hard to hold, but I mean, it'll be very worth it as you start producing a lot of units like Roaches.
Right now, it's way over the double supply in terms of army for SYZ as he's pushing in here. We do have an Ultraless Cavern on the way, though. This is a lot of spines, but he really needs Fungals in place to be able to deal with this adequately.
That was really bad for his Fungal, only catching 3 of the Hydralisks.
There, that's a better one.
More Fungals going down on the Roaches. But yeah, these are a lot of spines, and there's even more in the base to help hold this off. Bailey's just kind of sitting there, could really roll them in, do some damage to those Hydras. Yeah, the just being forced to fall back.
He was trying to pick off the Hydras there so that the Mutas could go do work on the Roaches, but
no, oh man, all the infestors down. And there's really not a lot left here for Roof to defend with.
Well played.
GG. Well, Roof, you almost had him in the early game again, but SYZ just having none of that.
That was very, very well played by SYZ. And it's going to put him at 2-1 in the series, so...
Yep, best of 5, guys. So, I mean, SYZ still has to be careful. He can't afford to lose another game, but he is making his way back into the series.
Wow. His worker disparity was just like... That was a very well executed all-in.
Yeah, I feel like Roof, looking at the economy chart here, really started to fall off towards the end, and he, with 3 bases, really should have been maintaining a lead the entire game.
Yeah.
Like, at no point should he have been behind. Let me know once you're in a game, I'll just join off you.
There we go. Okay. Oh, Metropolis is actually Roof's choice here. Gonna go suggest you, and there we go. Wonderful.
Yeah, well, as this next game gets started, guys, let's see if I can do this correctly and not get yelled at for it. Deke, guys, the Zeke team, we're looking for streamer casters and also marketing assistants. To go over this more categorically, the streamer casters, we're just looking for people who can stream games. If you like to talk about League of Legends, watch League of Legends, StarCraft, doesn't matter. Just send a resume to Verlyn at Zeke.tv with your information on what you'd like to cast, and she'll get back to you as soon as possible. On the side thing of that, we are looking for marketing assistants, people who want to help search for sponsors, find us new tournaments, etc. Again, send your resume to Verlyn at Zeke.tv.
All right.
And this is game 4?
Yep.
Correct?
Yeah.
Of this best of 5 series, guys. We're getting close to the end here. Starting the left corner, or not corner, but the left part of the map, we've got the purple Zerg Roof.
His opponent Across from him, close air spawns, we have Blast SYZ spawning as the Green Zerg. So they have like shed their earlier nonchalance and have chosen their designated colors. Roof always goes purple. SYZ, in the games I've seen of him, always goes green. Whether that's to do with Portugal or not, do not know.
That'd be pretty funny if it was. And we'll see if Roof continues with this early aggression. I don't think so, as we don't see a 9 or 10 pull down.
Yeah, 13 drones already on the field. And I don't know. I think that this is definitely a map where it's somewhat difficult to... Alright, it's not an alarm, it's just like a random bleep. I was going to mute my mic if it was. But it's a map, like, you can try to secure a, with a 15 hatch. It's relatively easy because you have these rocks here, but after you have a couple lings, like, pestering away at these rocks, trying to take them down, you can actually make a pretty good stand here, from either an attacker or defending front. This, like, little lip here, it plays out the same way as Metalopolis. You have a little bit of advantage if you have a couple roaches sitting on here, to try and fire down your enemy. But looks like double hatch first for both players. Let's see. So, yep, here comes the pool. No gas before pools, nothing greedy like that. And Roof managing to get a full scout off at everything. This is one of the maps, though. Really?
Is it a dog now, or is it a siren?
No, that's still a siren.
Man, where do you... I thought you lived in a nice part of town with your grandparents. What happened with, like, sirens going off all the time, fire trucks going by?
I have no idea, but if it's actually getting louder, so I'm just going to mute my mic for a little bit.
Alright, I'll just talk about the boring stuff that's not happening currently, as both these players are again mimicking each other's builds pretty close. Be interesting to see who really opts to do the aggression first this time. Roof showing, of course, that he is very good at being aggressive, and SYZ must have a little bit of a weight lifted off his shoulders at this point, though, seeing that he hasn't been hit by Zerglings already. And both these players got their thirds, sorry, not thirds, their naturals established at this point, just saturating it up, really kind of going for that macro play that we'll most likely see transition into the 15-20 minute mark.
Yeah, I'm interested to see. This is a map that makes for a lot of good ZVZs. It also is one of the few maps remaining in most pools that spawn position actually dictates a lot of builds in most matchups. ZVZ, definitely one of them. Occasionally you see like ventral sacks all-ins off of 2 base, or just like a really quick third if it happens to get denied. Also, a lot of times you see a little bit of a spine wall here to try and defend your 3rd base. As these destructible rocks back here, it takes a while to get them down, but once you do, you have a very, very easy path to defend your 3rd base with. Let's see. It hasn't really been... It's just now starting to kind of fall into a lot of foreign tournament map pools. It's been in the GSL for a while now, but there still haven't been that many ZVZs played on it. We do have another gas coming down here for our Green Zerg. Will this could actually just be an extractor trick, I'm not 100% certain. It looks... Oh no, he's actually going to take the gas. We do have a Baneling Nest coming down here, so this is most likely going to be some like really heavy aggression coming from SYZ, and there's only one Spinecrawler to be able to defend this. I wonder, the gas is still banking up here for Roof, so...
With no creep strip between the base, it's hard to reinforce that queen over because, of course, they move so slow off creep.
Alright, it's going to be Mutas most likely here. The Baneling Nest was defensive, and yeah, there's the 4th gas. So this is a very, very early 3 gas. I guess he feels a little bit safer on this map than on Antigua. It's a lot smaller of a wall than you have in, or a ramp, than you have in Antigua. Roof going ahead and scouting that. He does have a couple links.
Yeah, that is a lot of speedlings getting clashed with those banelings. Trading baneling for baneling. The Spinecrawler, though, doing a great job of picking things off here. Ooh, nice bait, picking off 2 banelings for, I think the cost of only 2 Zerglings.
Oh, and he still has 3 left.
Oh, yeah, and unfortunately getting caught here at the bottom, but he did eat a lot of SYZ's banelings throughout that encounter.
Yeah, that was really cost effective there by SYZ. Unfortunately, he's forced to spend a lot of gas here.
If you check the resource loss tab, by the way, there's the extractor check versus not extractor check.
Oh, yeah.
That's the difference right there.
Nice. That extra 6 that you lose when you cancel your extractor. And yep, there's the Spire from SYZ. I'm interested to see how this plays out. It's something on this map, especially considering the positions, you should be prepared for. We actually do see Roof's Spire or layer finishing right now as well, and we do see the Infestation Pit right away.
And that's a lot of Banelings waddling their way over to Roof's base. Roof doesn't have a whole lot of Zerglings, and these drones are very, very vulnerable right now.
Yeah, I mean, there's only one Spinecrawler in position, and Roof actually may just be blindsided here, taking it to game 5, as 3 drones make it into the mineral line. Nice splits
actually
there,
saving a lot of drones there, yeah. Actually, only getting 2 kills. Very nice.
He did deny the 3rd base, though, which is key. And these 2 queens, if he's not careful, there we go. Nice. Alright. Pathogen Glance has started, so he will have a couple infestors out by the time that mutas get on the field. Can always be thankful about that. I don't know, however... Oh, he's only going for 1 Evo now. Guess decided against it. Does he have Vision of the Spire? Boop-a-doo. Yeah, he did. He scouted the Spire with an Overseer, so, wow, that Overseer. 4 HP. What a hero.
Yeah, and this is both these players showing that they can ZVZ. It's, as we said before, all about making it out of the Zergling part of the game and just transitioning to the mid-late game.
Let's see. So yeah, we do have 7 mutas on the field right now. He has enough gas for a little bit more, but he's unfortunately supply blocked at the point. The Evo Chamber has finished, and we do have a couple Spore Crawlers on the way here for Roof. This 3rd will be cancelled again, though. This is why those rocks suck so much in any Zerg versus matchup. I mean, look at how long this is taking. Sorry for that, like, brief flicker. I misclicked on my mouse.
You obviously can't afford to position your Zerglings there, or else they're just going to swarm into your main. Like what just about happened there.
Yeah.
Roof really got to be careful. He's using his queen to attack those rocks. And, wow, here come the Mutalisks. Spore Crawler is going to do some work on them, though.
This is looking very, very good for SYZ.
Zerglings.
Oh, unfortunately, the infestors spawn. Oh no, that fungal is so bad.
Oh no, the fungal Zerglings.
Yeah.
Missing all the mutas.
The fungals on the Zerglings were really key. Unfortunately, that first one really only got 1 muta was, like, horrific.
Yeah, if he managed to catch the entire army, he could have done some major damage. As mutas are so expensive, but you are absolutely correct where if he did not stop those Zerglings, he would have lost all of his base.
Yeah. We actually do see a macro hatch coming down here from Roof. This is kind of a sign of resignation. You very rarely see in any matchup a Zerg really wanting to get that macro hatch underway on 2 base. His 3rd has been denied so often here, and the mutas are still being a threat. I mean, look at how low these rocks are.
I don't know about a sign of resignation, but he definitely does need the larva to continuously meet with these Zergling losses.
You don't want to spend, you never want to spend 300 minerals on something like that off a 2 base. You see, like, recently, a lot of the games have been going very, very fast paced. You see macro hatches maybe once they get 4th, once they get 5 bases, and even in matchups like ZVP. ZVT, something, especially with Ling Infestor, you really, really want that early macro hatch. There was a brief time there where, like, 2 base macro hatch and then you wall with the 3rd hatch was somewhat common. A lot of pros don't like it, though. It was kind of more of a gimmicky thing than really steadfast in the metagame.
Yeah, these mutas are, of course, just doing some nice map control. It's hard for Rift to really move out and do anything at this point.
I mean, SYZ is already mining off of his 3rd base right now. If we take a look at the income tab, he's up 12 workers. He's getting his pathogen glands, he's complete, he's starting upgrades. Unfortunately, his opponent's definitely ahead in melee upgrades, but he is starting +1 ranged right now, as well as getting roach speed. Is there a roach worn down for... No. Not quite yet for Roof. But he does have Burrow, and he does have Infestors, so this could definitely come into play. If you're looking to equalize, this is something you want to do.
Yeah, and I like these mutas being able to just kind of flit around and clean stuff up. Not really damage happening to SYZ right now. And this is kind of a stale part of the game for Roof, as he's finally got that 3rd up, trying to do what he can to get it saturated. But, I mean, there's just so many things he has to worry about. There's run-bys from the Zerglings, there's hit on the main from the Mutalisks. It's hard to sit there and be comfortable at any point in this particular matchup.
This is freaking hysterical. We have a couple of burrowed infestors, like, meeting up in the middle of the map. Unfortunately, I don't see their opponents' respective infestors. Wait, is this actually... I can't tell because it's underground. Does it belong to Roof or SYZ?
SYZ coming down.
Alright. And then where are his opponent's infestors? Oh, already infested Terran at the 3rd base. With a couple of links, he's going to be able to pick this off.
Oh wow, that went down very quickly
Yeah,
too.
man, Infestor's Terrans are pretty
Even
good.
more Ling buys.
Oh my
Ling
gosh!
buys, Ling run buys.
All the Infestors just got fungled.
Oh no, Roof's Infestors are gonna die here.
No.
Nice, putting those Terrans out. 13 health, just narrowly escaping there.
Two
That
transfuses.
would've been
Actually, a lot of transfuses go down on those Infestors. Very well done there.
Yeah, he can't afford to lose those. If he loses those, he's gonna cave to the Mutalisks very quickly, and he knows it.
Yep.
And Mutalisk actually hoping to come clean this up, doesn't realize those transfuses happened. Gonna get fungled here, and oh no, this is the end of the Mutas. Couple infested Terrans go down, Roja's hunting down the Infestors.
Yeah, we do have the Queens making their way up there too. Oh man.
Really nice for Roof. They got to pick off a lot of stuff.
And Roof now has an army. His supply is inflated a little bit because of his roach count. But if we take a look at the army supply right now, a lot of that is the Infestors too. 11-2 on the field. SYZ unfortunately sacrificed a few of his to try and deny his opponent's third base after losing his own, and it really didn't pay out. We do have a high production right now by Roof.
This is the key difference. The last game, Roof had that third base advantage, but didn't have the Macraptor, so he didn't have the Larva to take advantage of it. And with this Roach engage, with those Infestors, there's the GG, well played. Right. And looks like our champion, Roof, for this Poker Cup, Poker Strategy Elite Cup. I'm starting to combine words, man. I should be like naming Pokemon for people at this point. Just create all sorts of new things. But GG to Roof, as he takes it in a 3-1 series.
Yeah, that was actually a really fun back and forth CBZ series. I really thought that SYZ would come back in that game to force a game 5, but some really key decision making there by Roof. Taking out that third base, managing to secure his own from harass, and getting those Infestors out at the last second was a little bit more luck than anything, as he didn't quite get that third fungal out, but he had the Infestor energy to do it. His opponent was occupied elsewhere on the map.
I'm truly curious just how much of that game, though, was based off playing against his own teammates' meta that someone he's played with before and seeing the game style of. Like, had it been a different Zerg in a ZV situation with the same skill level, would those games have gone the same way?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But hey, man. Roof taking home $100, his opponent, his teammate taking home 50, and third place. I'm not actually quite sure. I'm going to ask the admin about it now.
Well, $100, $50, still not too shabby for a few hours' work. Definitely better than, say, working at McDonald's.
Yeah. So, go to my screen here. Actually, I don't have a Seek page up. But if you would like to show our sponsor some love, you can go over to either Zeek.com. If you're watching this on Twitch, you can just go underneath, click that banner. Go to pokerstrategy.com/esports. If you go up here, bam, you click on the Elite Cup. And you see all these lovely tournaments here. And then if we go to tomorrow's, hey, you have this tab right here. If you click on that, pokerstrategy.com/esports, you can sign up to enroll, possibly get $50 starting capital in your bankroll, so that you can go ahead and play with no obligation necessary. All you have to do is pass a 20-question quiz. I mean, how easy is that, guys? And Poker Strategy sponsors so many events in StarCraft 2 in esports. You should definitely go show them some love. So
yeah, there's such a major part of the community.
That's pretty much it for us. We will be casting again on Thursday, as the next Elite Cup is going to be underway. Hopefully you guys can either continue to watch stuff like that. There'll certainly be a lot of great players sign up late today. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So if you liked either of our casting, our Twitter names are up in the description. I am at BadFoutPanda, and he is at Riff_Kings. If you have any comments on our casting, stuff like that, feedback, we'd love to hear it as well. So, that's it. I don't know. Do you have anything else to add?
No, just I guess if you guys spotted anything we could do differently today to make the stream even better, make sure to let us know too on Twitter. And check us out on Facebook, facebook.com/ZeekTV. And if you guys have any requests for replays, make sure to hit us up. We'll gladly send you replays from any games we cast.
Yep. Alrighty. So
have a great day, everybody.